Left and right, moves like crazy. Everybody's trying to steal my lady. Spiders in the mirror and things can't be right. Back to the scene of a Friday night, to a place collision still frozen time. Spill a drink and skip it in the sound of our first child. And why did you argue? Like dreaming of those eyes, the best part of my life. When we make love, baby, I wouldn't make a sound. Clock won't turn around. Barely half of the pace, slowing things down when I wanted to race. Pitching up again when you try to chase. Feels like replaying space. Always find a way to make up, right? Even when I'm losing to fly. Even when this is where I'm at. I'm stopping up, you just go. Never, dreaming of those eyes, best part of my life. Smile with love, baby. We don't make a sound. Like one to run.
We are the game changers. Designers, creatives alike. We are in a world that runs on value. Our next designs will be the shiniest. Our next animation will be the most buttery. Ladies and gentlemen, game changers, let the games begin. What is happening, guys? We are back again. We have in the chat Fergie, Tiago, Tozo, Tom, Ed Ham. What's going on, guys? We have Anthony, Mallory. It's good to see you guys. And I'm here chilling. Well, not really. There was a lot of traffic. I had to, honk them off. But we're here deliciously after the holidays. There's still more to be had, but we're very close. Very close to 2021, guys, and I'm excited. There's a lot of cool things to have had. Yeah, I don't know what I was about to say. Guys, we haven't finished our coffee for this morning, but I do know Groce sent me to the barber, and he was like, listen, I'm not sure all the people on the internet want to see your nappy hair. More importantly, I didn't. I woke up, guys, honestly, my hair was through my car's roof. That's how long it was. But anyway, Brandon problems aside, and Groce he's an excellent barber. Listen, I want to know how you guys are. It's been so long. We have Sarah, Fergie, Laura. Look, yes, Fergie, the fresh cut. It's quite. I have a nice part here. It's gentleman-like. But what's been going on with you guys? Tozo says nice. Guys, as you guys know, let's talk about what we got going on today. We've missed so much. It's been so weird being away from Groce Land, Game Changers. I've talked to you guys a little bit in our Game Changers Discord, but I've tried to relax. But now we're back. I'm super excited. Today we have our 8th design challenge. We have some really cool submissions. I popped on to Behance for a little bit because I follow a lot of you guys on here, and we had to work on my mouth, man. I've had 3 sips of this coffee, and my mouth just isn't ready for talking to the world yet. I'm just where are my covers? But today we're gonna look at some amazing work. We're gonna take a look at some of our work in our feedback section in our Discord, and we're also going to work on this really hot piece of design that I saw on the internet just last week. So I'm super excited. We have 3 things to get into today. So with that, I'm excited to have you guys with me on this journey, and I hope that if you guys are also excited, you guys hit that like button whether you're on Behance or YouTube. And just a quick PSA, I know I've been talking, but we have time. Groce, how long do we have? How long do we have to get to the off? Yes, I know you've been on vacation. I haven't called you once, besides to get my barber appointment. But how much okay, all right, we have a couple minutes before we get into the tunnel. But if you guys are also really interested in anything from the UI UX tutorial side of things, or just you guys don't have time to watch all these live streams, guys, no worries. We cut up all of these live streams from our design challenges, from our tutorials. More importantly, we cut up our live streams in a tutorial fashion, no more than 10 minutes, so you guys can go through it very quickly on your own time. You guys can check that out on my YouTube channel down below in the link description. But if you're already on YouTube, you're already hip. All right, let's hit in that tunnel, Groce. Let's go. AJ is asking what we are learning today. We are learning how to do, I'll show you guys when we get into the office. I will show you exactly, AJ. It's a lot easier to show you than to talk about it. Ooh, it's been so long, guys. It has been, I haven't been to the office. You got some rust spots over there, It's just so nice to be back. It really is. We have Groce Towers. It looks beautiful than ever. But let's go inside. All right, guys. Now, like I said, I'm super. Ooh, hold up. Groce Spot, what's going on? Okay. I'm super excited about what we got going on for today. And if you guys are at all, I would like to know, because there's a couple new people in the chat. I would like to get to know you guys. What's going on, Golden Rose? We have AJ and Tozo. All right. So what we are learning today, we're going to switch very quickly to my screen so I can show you guys a little bit. Well, I'm going to have to find it. I bookmarked it and I was like, I just hope I can find it later. But let's go ahead and screen share very quickly so I can show you guys what we're about to get into. But more importantly, we got 3 things just in case you just arrived. We're doing design challenges. There is, well, I'll discuss what the design challenge was. We have our feedback. We might leave that towards the end, because I know a lot of you guys come here to learn, and waiting like literally so long before we get into the nitty gritty is tiresome. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll start off with our design challenge that we've had 2 weeks to do, and I've already seen some awesome submissions for it. We have our tutorial, and then we have in Adobe XD, I'll show you what exactly we're gonna make, and then we have our feedback. We'll do it like that. Let me know if you guys think that's good. Adam, what's happening? Hello, Brandon. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Adam. And guys, if you happen to make friends in the chat, just know that you can all be together in the Game Changers Discord community. It is the first link down in the description. All right, well, let's take a look at the name is Brandon. Oh, no. Nope. What's going on? Why is that and we are the Game Changers. Designers, creatives alike. Uh-oh. We are in a world that runs on value. Our next designs will be the shiniest. Our next animation will be the most buttery. Ladies and gentlemen, Game Changers, let the games begin. Why did that even pop up? Like, that's not supposed to be there. My goodness. Everybody, I'm so sorry you have to sit through that hot mess up real quick. I don't know why any of that was there. Give me a moment. Let's see if I can fix this. Sarah Grossbot was like, you know what? I haven't done this in a long time. I haven't messed up your stream in a long time. We gonna do it today. Grossbot, you know, he's just tired, man. He's tired. Hold on, guys. Let me ingest some more of this coffee, okay? Oh my goodness. Okay, but let's fix that, because that should not be happening, and I need to do. All right, let me see. Whew. Yeah, that was scary. I was like, oh, what's going on? All right, let's turn that. Should not be on. Okay, hopefully this should be fine now. All right, perfect. We Gucci. Gross Spot was like, I'ma have some fun today. All right, so what we're going to do. I'm hearing some old school in your theme music. You are indeed correct, Tozo. All right, let's see if I can find this really quick. We do have, I'm really excited about the design submissions, but for those of you guys who have come for the tutorial, let me find this for you, because this is going to be what you guys are gonna learn today. Hopefully Instagram, because I know it's on my phone Instagram, the bookmark, or at least in my bookmarks, but I don't know how I can go. Actually, I'm scared to put this share screen, some of this stuff with you guys. Not for any other reason besides personal messages, but that's, yes. All right, let me see. Oh, there's the save thing right there. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find this. There it is. Yeah. So I saw this the other day, and I was like, I think this is really lit. This was all done in Adobe XD. And I was like, man, we should do this on the stream just to showcase to people how to do this sort of stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. If you're interested in something else, also let me know. But would love to know your thoughts. Joaquin says, new haircut, mate, looks fresh. My friend, much appreciated. Hit the like button for my haircut. No, JK. I appreciate it, my friend. Let's see. But yeah, this is what we're gonna go ahead and do. I saw this from one of my friends on Instagram, and I was just very interested in being able to recreate this and showing you guys how this was done. So if you guys dig this, make sure to hit that thumbs up. That's what we're gonna work on after our design challenge for today. All right, well, let's get into our design challenge. Adam says, love the color combo. I do too. All right, let's get into our design challenge. Now, Laura says, would love to see how the graphics move around using XD. Tozo says, I saw that too, using the liquid transition. It was super cool. So I'm excited that you guys are down and ready to learn how to do things of that kind. Okay, so just a recap. Last week, or 2 weeks ago's challenge, I think that's the correct English, with coffee has yet to kick in. What we opted to do, we had 2 main challenges. One, to prototype or create a graphic design piece for a website or mobile app for the game Cyberpunk 2077. That was super awesome, and I'm low-key, I was low-key peeking at Sarah's today. By the way, Sarah, you did not come to our Game Changers office hours last Friday, or 2 Fridays ago. I was so sad, but it's okay, it's all good. By the way, guys, just as a reminder, if you guys are not familiar, I do have a Patreon where we have office hours. We come together and talk about all things business for creatives. So far, we've had 2 of our office hours where we basically answer, or we have a round table where we are able to ask questions, things that we have challenges with, and I help you guys through those particular things. And so far, we've had 2 office hours, maybe 3. And why I'm mentioning this now is I'm not trying to get you guys to sign up for my Patreon, but the winners of these design challenges get to be in my Patreon group, or the office hours, they get free access to that, basically. So if you win, you get free stuff. You get to come in and get free value rather than being a part of the Patreon. So that's a nice little tidbit of information if you guys are new to me and new to these design challenges. That's something new that I implemented like 2 weeks ago. It's fairly new, so just in case you forgot, there you go. All right. Wait, hold on. You're one of the only few people doing it online that has a serious presence in the design community. Hold on. What do you mean, Anthony? Doing what? Who's doing what? I'm scared. Let's see. Wait, Sarah, I had a few deadlines, so I couldn't make it. I swear I saw something. I swear I did. Maybe you didn't submit it, but I saw it in your Behance portfolio. All right, so the second opportunity to do it was prototyping and designing a piece, or a graphic design piece for a luxury furniture e-commerce store. And of course, your boy cannot spell furniture, so my man was like, furniture. Yeah, that's how we do over here. You will not learn how to spell, you will learn the business of creative. All right, let's check out our business submit, or our submit. Sarah, you lied to me. It's right here. It is right here. All right. Okay, we got 3 peeps. 1, 2, 3. Wow. All right, now. All right, so this is gonna be an easy design challenge, but here's the thing. Guys, the reason why I like design challenges so much is, and even there's people, I'm gonna open up Sarah's, let's see, we're gonna open up Sarah's, we're gonna open up Kyle's, and we got Bergie. See, these are the top tier people, guys. Ooh, I really like this already. I need to figure out what that, I keep seeing this font, it's just been like all week. So, a lot of people ask like why I do these challenges. And I think Sarah said it best one time during a live stream, or maybe it was in our Game Changers Discord, but she was mentioning how since we've been doing these challenges, she's been able to develop her portfolio. And I think that's what I'm really excited about. Like Game Changers, what it stands for is people who want to continue to push forward in their design skill set and to allow them to move it forward in their career. One of the main challenges that I hear from designers is that they have a hard time showing their capabilities to the people who have the ability to hire them. And that's why I do stuff like this, because if you're always practicing, you're always churning out something new, that is something that employers or people who are looking for valuable individuals, that's what they look for. In our industry, are allowed to show our work. So why don't we constantly show our practice and dress it up the best of our ability to actually have it be a case study. So anyway, what's it called? Anthony says, doing design projects from scratch, allowing us to see your process. Yes, my slip-ups, Anthony. I'm glad you enjoy it, though. Sean says, happy holidays, everybody. What's going on? Oh, Sarah, I was talking about the meeting that couldn't make it last week. Well, we're super excited to have you this Friday. All right. So let's take a look at these. Obviously, we already know that there's going to be 3 spots, and it looks as if, well, actually, I think Kyle did just the branding portion of it, which is lit. All right, cool. Let me see. I'm just taking a quick glance. I'm not grading anything yet. I'm trying to get my juices flowing. I'm trying to like feel it out. And guys, feel free. Let me hit that appreciate button in all of these real quick. Gotta show the love, guys. Gotta hit that likes up. Likes. Let me turn back to my coffee. Someone is gonna come out of this with like a meme. They'd be like, man, Brandon's first day back to live streaming. Groce bot's messed up. He doesn't know what button to press. Brandon can't even get a single word out straight. My goodness. All right, let me breathe. Okay. So let's see. Let's start off with Sarah Newman. All right, and by the way, guys, if you don't know what Cyberpunk, well, I'm sure you guys all know who 2077 Cyberpunk is. I would like to know who doesn't know what this is. Put it in the chat. All right, so redesign concept about this project. And by the way, I absolutely already love, let's just go to the website really quick. I already love that she's using, I didn't know the creators of Witcher 3 made this. She's already using some of the colors from the brand. She's changed the yellow a little bit, and I can agree why she did that. The yellow in this is just like eye-popping. Like when I open the website, it's just like, Brandon, hello, good morning. So I think that was a smart move. All right, we got project goals, landing page. Oh man, overview of the game. This is freaking Sarah every time. I just need to send you a trophy in the mail. Like that's it. All right, but hold on. We're getting too early. We can't get too excited. We have 2 more people to go. Project goals. Again, she didn't just design, redesign the landing page. She like brought in some of the branding assets or created assets to showcase what exactly she was, what she's displaying basically. The real you is not enough. Sadness. Okay. I really like, I think the use of the color is much better. The use of the yellow doesn't slap me. I love that you brought in some of that sci-fi. I'm curious how you made these. Did you like go line by line and make the ridges, or it kind of looks like you did some copy and paste maybe. Not that that's a bad thing. We all know I'm the master of that. But I'm curious, to save time, is that what you used? Because, oh, maybe I don't see it, but I thought I saw it in here. But I love how you're connecting the images. Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I just love that you just didn't design it. You really brought the cyberpunk into the landing page. Play as a mercenary, outlaw. Steal the implant that grants eternal life. This would be me. Who has played this game? Live in the city of the future. I love how detailed this is, Sarah. Like, I really think that a lot of people can learn from how you don't just do the challenge, but you immediately create a case study for it, so that when anybody looks at it, it's just well presented, and it can be seen as not just a design work, or not just a design piece, but you can actually sell somebody on your capabilities on it. So that's why I always, A1. All right, let's see. We have Kyle. He went and decided to do it the branding route of this. So Cyberpunk 2077. I think the mark alone is actually really interesting. I think it's a different approach. I like the play on these different parts of the, I don't even know like if it's called, things get so complicated where it's like, it's not a, is it a word mark? I'm pretty sure this is a word mark. Let's Google it. Guys, see, you don't even have to be smart to, what's it called? Word mark. Font-based logo. That focuses on a business. Okay. I was technically right? Who in the... Hold on. We each did something different. Love that. I was actually just playing in Photoshop and briefly gave me a reason to play around. I like it. See, like, that's the whole thing. Like, this stuff is not too serious. It's like, hey, if you win, look, you're invited to the Game Changers office hours, which is going to be very valuable for anything that you might have been struggling with for business-wise. Laura says, I'm guessing that has to do something with punk rock scenes emerging in New York City circa 1977, the 100th anniversary. Kinda, Laura. It's a video game. And supposedly a very, very, not my words, but based on what I've heard other people say, is that it seems to have been overhyped. But hey, marketing for you, right? Let's see. Sarah says, oh, there's a video? Okay, we need to go back to the, where's the video? Oh, because I always click into the picture, that's why. All right, let's go to this video. See? Man. Wait, hold up, we gotta rewind. Love that fade in. Man, I can't say anything, guys. I really can't. This is really awesome, Sarah. Right? Everybody, if you haven't already, go check out, you can click on Sarah, even Kyle and Fergie. Go check them out on Behance. They're in the chat here. I think this was beautiful. I love how you masked the prototype. Very nicely done. It wasn't extraordinary. Like, you didn't do too crazy with the animations. You kept it simple. You kept the information nice and tight. You kept the branding very similar to what it is, and I think you moved it in a better direction than the crazy yellow that it had. So very, very nice job. That is A++ in Brandon's eyes. All right, Cyberpunk. I was just reading. What's it called? It's missing from Kyle. It's missing parts. Photoshop won't save the files or export. Which portions? I really like the color choices. It's like, it definitely feels techie. It's not, I wouldn't say that the word is pastel. I don't know what it is. But it definitely, I like the way that they fit together. However, I was like, what is a Peringlu Changeling Neo? But I was like, oh, that's the font name. I think would have been really interesting to see, Kyle, is because you have all these colors, right? So we have the main logo. What would have been really interesting to see is after we see the color palette, to see all of the different logos in their color swatches in a not stacked, but a way where it's a condensed showing of all of them next to each other. I think that would have been really interesting rather than having to scroll really far down to see all that stuff. Love these shirts, very nice. I always like how you bring in, you don't just do the logo, you bring in some sort of mock-up. I think that's really important. But yeah, I really do think that just how you did these, I think instead, if you brought in how this stuff looked in that same, or this color, and this color, and I think you have one more. Yeah, this color, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and just you know, had them side by side, 2 stacked here, 2 stacked there. I think that'd have been really cool. Or yeah, or even right underneath the fonts. I didn't know this was the font. I knew this was color, but this I was trying to read it. I was like, this is not English. We already bad with names. And I was like, Perilingaloo, Chalingale, Mio. Nice work, my man. Nice work. All right, Fergie, let's see what you got. So I'm assuming, oh, this is the poster. I would have, wait, is there a before poster? Cyberpunk. What I would love to have seen, Fergie, and I'm not sure how people do this, is the before and after. This is a really lit poster. And I'm curious, I'm like, what part did she spend the most time on? I don't know. There's this really cool thing that I saw. Where did I see it? Oh, that's where I saw it. It is on Behance. And I think this would be really interesting for you guys too. Just for creatives in general. Ash, I really was thinking that. I was like, oh, no. Let me find this. ING Bank. I think this might be it. There is some sort of, oh, here it is. So Juxtapose.js, where you can have these sort of things in your Behance profile so people can see the before and after. And I thought this was awesome. So I was like, you know, if someone, or just, you know, a lot of us creatives, we have, especially when we do projects like this, we're doing really quick redesigns or redesigns of logos, redesigns of, you know, mobile apps, websites, what have you, illustrations. We could have like, hey, this is the thing that we're trying to approach, and this is how we kind of came about it. So I was like, you know what, as soon as I saw your Cyberpunk thing, I was like, I wonder what the base image was, and I wonder what you did to it. So that's why I was like, oh, that would be really cool to have something like this, where you could literally just do this in your Behance portfolio. Fergie says, so show the unedited image when the poster with the JS tool. I mean, you don't have to. I just thought when I saw your work, I was like, oh, this would be a really good opportunity to kind of use this thing. I've not ever used this. I just saw this in, the first time I saw this was in this Juxtapose. So I'm not saying you must or you have to. I was just like, yo, look, listen, your poster's hot. I love it. And if you wanted to, in general, project-wise, to have the ability to juxtapose, hence the name, that's too big of a word for me, but we're using it for now. If you guys want to put like a before and after next to each other and have this sort of slider effect, you go to Juxtapose.js. I'll put this in the chat. Hey, what's going on, Rachel? The slider that is? Yes, Mallory, the slider that is. Wait. Oh, no, the slider was not done in Photoshop. My tongue is getting twisted again. Flirt! It's all the pumpkin pie, guys. It's just hit my tongue. And, okay, so I guess, I've never used this before, but I'm assuming, let's see, make a juxtapose. Okay. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask for 2 types of images, left image, right image. And I'm just gonna let them use what they have for now. Let's see. I'm not gonna put any label, I'm not gonna put any credit. Let's see, what happens if I take this out? We're not gonna show credit. Okay, so I think what we might be able to do, I think it might give you code. Let's see. What happens if we publish this? All right, cool. So this iframe, this is what you would put in your Behance profile. This is what this is. So this person basically, he or she did a iframe or HTML embed, and they just copied that this link over into the Behance profile. They used the left image as something that they might have uploaded to the Dropbox or put here. It's probably to the Dropbox because it's asking for a URL. So that's what you upload. Left image, right image. This would do it for you. Just hit preview, take your iframe and you just put it into your Behance profile, or you can put it into your website. So I just thought that was really interesting to share. Exactly, Ash, you can use this for wireframing to high fidelity, and you can use this even if you're just, for anything. You can use this for graphic design. You can use this for any sort of before and after. So I thought this was interesting to share. Sorry, I was working and turned my head. It's amazing. I'm totally using this. Anytime, Mallory. But who said, oh my God? Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that we can distract you, Mallory. You were working and we had presumptuously rolled in with our juxtaposed JS. All right, now let's get into the nitty. Guys, I have to do this. I have to do this. I think our winners, Sarah. I think we're all winners here. No, JK. We are, but I think we all did an excellent job. We all did something different. We did a graphic design piece, we did a logo piece, and we did a UI, UX piece. I have to give golds to all of you guys, but guess what? Listen, you want to hear the best part? All of you guys are already in. All of you guys are already in the Game Changer squad, but guess what? As expected. Guys, I'm super excited. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's do our winners. Let me see if I even remember this. Add win to Sarah. First place. Ooh, I still got it, guys. Add win to @Kyle. Design first place. And guys, I will eventually, not eventually. Oh, not just Fergie, syntax error. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Edit message, let me just press one. Did that work? Okay, we just gotta delete the message. Guys, we're still getting the hang of it. But what I was about to say is, Fergie's about to message me and be like, what are you doing? We are working on getting an actual leaderboard that is active, that takes the data that we are kind of inputting in here and have you guys actually see who's in first place within all of Game Changers and who opt into the challenges each week. I think for right now, all we have is, let's see. What do we have? I'm out here like, what do we have? It's been such a while, guys. All right, here we go. Yeah, so we can check out people's individual trophies. For example, we can do Sarah. She has 6 first places, 1 second place, and 1 third place. This is great for just popping, seeing where you're at. But we want to be able to create a full tournament size for our full community of 600 amazing creatives, so that you guys can actually take pride and know where you guys are at in your competitiveness. All right, but let's get into the cool stuff. Well, the second cool stuff. This was a lot of sexiness happening here, but let's get into what we came here for. All right, so let's take a look at our, I don't know where it went, guys. Where did our Instagram thing go? All right, there we go. All right, let's close this out. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, if you're just popping in new, look, there might be a lot of new faces here, but listen, we are here to be with you guys, to crack jokes, have fun, and learn. That is what we do. That is what the Game Changers are about. So if you're new here, you're not familiar with me, say hi in the chat, in the comments, and we will become friends. No, I just want to talk to you guys. There's quite a few people here where it's totally new. This is fresh after our, little break around the holiday time, around Christmas time. And I'm seeing quite a few new faces, and I'd like to get to know you. Let us know what you're up to. What type of work do you do? Let's see. We have Password Wi-Fi. Hi, Brandon. What's going on? Renan. Hey, what's going on, my friend? Adham says, great work, guys. Keep making cool stuff. Indeed. Ash says, tell us next week's challenge. I want to participate next time. Ash, that is a great question. You will see the update to the challenge at the end of today. We have to search. We have to search and find something cool. What's we call it? Let's see. I think there was somebody else. I think it was just, okay, I wanted to make sure. I saw some new people say hello, and I was like, Rachel, hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're glad to have you in the Game Changers conversating. And I want to ask, what is it that you do? What is it that excites you from a creative perspective? Are you a UI, UX designer? Are you an illustrator, graphic designer? I think I said that twice now. The coffee, it's not working. All right, but now what we're gonna get into is creating this in Adobe XD. I really don't think that this is gonna take really long. I think we might take our little spin on it from a, what's it called? Yeah, I really don't think this will take long. I think what we might do is download some assets from from UI 8, but I don't think this will take too long. Renan, we are up to not redesigning, we are going to create this in Adobe XD. It's actually really simple, but I thought that the thumb trick was really interesting, and I wanted to showcase how to do that with you guys. So that is what we're doing today. And of course, it says very strictly that there's an H in your name, and I pronounced it. I almost did call you Adam, though. I was like, I don't know. I was gonna mess up a name either way, so I just went with how it was spelled. But guys, let me, like, what's we call it? Golden says, I'm learning all the things. I'm a noob at all the things, design, graphic design, UI, UX. So am I. We're gonna noob it out together. All right, let's do this. We are gonna do a new iPhone X. And I wanna ask, how is the music? Okay, the music seems fine. Okay, I had to ask because I was like, man, it's been a while. You know, Groce be doing things. All right, so what we're gonna start off with first, you guys know how I do. I like to take my screenshots so I know what's going on. I know where to start. All right, so we got connect. And I wanna ask you guys, do you guys in the chat, do you purchase a lot of your assets, or you do create most of your assets when it comes to designing? Like, do you rely on your team, or how does that work? I'm really curious to know how that works. I'm also curious, sidebar, if you had something really awesome to do during the break, let us know, because let me tell you, all I was doing was dressing up my cats and trying to eat dirty, which I successfully did. There was a lot of cheeseburgers, a lot of hamburgers, and a lot of pie. Let me see. I keep missing something. I'm gonna snapshot this too. I'm trying to get all the angles so I don't have to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Alright, so we have connect. Alright, let's organize this. Golden says, I am my team. I scour the interwebs for freebies. Perfect. What is your favorite freebie site, Rose? Alright, so we got publish, connect. And what I can't find, I create or tweak that's close to it. Exactly. I gotta sneeze. Hold up. Don't you guys hate when, like, your nose threatens to sneeze and it just never does? And so the feeling just lingers there? It's so threatening. Adam says these bubbles could be either 3D or mesh gradient in Adobe Illustrator. I think they might. I really do think that they just might be gradient. I don't think there's a necessity for things to be 3D in this regard, because they're really just moving like this. And then the last one is analyze. I gotta ask you guys, are you disappointed in deciding to try this? Because we did some, if you guys missed last week, let me show you what we did last week. Or not last week, the week before, because we were chilling last week. I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see. We finally have the tutorial up for part 1 of last week. And this is what we created in Adobe XD. So if you guys are interested in that whole tutorial, link in the description, but I'll also, actually it's not, my YouTube link is there. But if you guys are interested in that, I'll put that in the chat. All right, enough of me in my car. We have that already. Let's get out of the matrix. But we did some really cool stuff last week. I think it was inspired by this piece. And we did the whole thing. So there's a part 1 that is uploaded. This first part is uploaded, where it's just the swipe of the 3 screens. But we also did this as well, which will be the part 2 that we're editing for this week. So, just in case, if you missed out, you guys can check that out as well. Alright, let's go back to this. I think I have all the screenshots I need. Now we're gonna try to do this from scratch. And if it gets really messy, we're just gonna buy the balls. We're gonna find it. Ash says, what's it called? Free pics Envato. Yes, I love Envato. Golden Rose says Pixabay, Canny have been good to me. I've never tried Canny. Sarah says use elements Envato for yes. Yes. Let me see. Ali says depends on the complexity of the assets in question and the time that's needed to be invested. If too much time and effort, I prefer buying. I always buy. If I have to lift my finger, I'm like, ooh! Too much investment. Only for you guys, only for the game changers, guys. Alright, so let's begin. You guys know how I do. I like to kind of just try to match. I always like to pull what I can for reference. So right now I'm just trying to see if I can cut this out. I'm gonna try to make a mask real quick. Mask of shape, boom, grab this. I'm gonna stretch the image to kind of fit my little rectangle thing here. Right. Guys, by the way, one of the best things that I got for Christmas is like, I got caramel coffee. I don't know where it came from. All right, we're just gonna deal with this. We got it. It's good enough. It's at a, yeah. All right, we're gonna just rotate this here. I don't know what just happened, but okay, this is, what is going on here? All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna undo all that hot mess. We're gonna do it the easy way, not the hard way. We're just gonna take this into Photoshop. Right, I was on caramel coffee. Caramel coffee, man. I just don't think every time I get new coffee, I'm like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be done. And, you know, I thought I'd learned something. Like, I just got a coffee grinder and I was like, ooh, this is what fresh coffee is supposed to taste like? Starbucks does you dirty. If that's the case. That stuff is so burnt. That's why we have Groce Bucks out here, okay? It's delicious. They grind your coffee right in front of you. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys grind your own coffee, or what is the? Do you guys Keurig it up? Like, what's the Keurig is like now to me? That joint is like dirty water. Alright, I'm just gonna take this. I'm gonna save that. I didn't straighten it. We're just gonna straighten it here. Just gonna put this up against the line. Make sure it's straight. Wait, who got a puppy? I was thinking of you'd say a puppy. No, that would be the worst gift ever. My goodness. Do you know how loud they are? I don't know. I have cats. So I'm a cat person. Like, my cats leave me alone when I feel needed to. When they need their own time, I leave them alone. When they need their own time, it's a mutual and beneficial relationship. Dogs are always like, so what'd you do today? What? How can I love you today? I'm like, the thoughts. I need to hear myself think. So, but dogs are cute to look at. Tozo says no, Keurig. Too weak. I thought you were saying I was too weak to not be able to handle a puppy. I am not the best dog owner. Let me just put it that way. Alright, let me take this. Alright, we're just gonna do it like that. Fergie with this, it sounds like it. I put Fergie to shame. Alright, let me pull that out just like this. Okay, so guys, and some of you guys who are not, man, I know there's people right now who are like, this is the first time they're seeing me on live stream and they're like, what is he doing? Guys, listen. We stumble to create effortless looking designs. There we go. But the process is ugly. We know this. This is what the channel is for. To show you guys the stumbling that happens during the journey of creating something epic. So that is also why you should subscribe if you want to see the true nature of the creative. I'm not somebody to show you, like, I fumble, I fall all the time. Who asked me this? Hold on. I think it was Jamie. Hold on, let me check. My brain is not. Hold on, let me look. I'm pretty sure it's Jamie. Somebody asked me, when was it that I started to feel like a professional? And then I looked in the camera, I was like, never. Yeah, it was Jamie. Okay. Yeah, and, okay, I don't know how to get that back. Hold on, guys. Pull that back to there. Hey, what's going on, Maul? What's happening over on YouTube? I need to get back my... There we go. All right, cool. Okay, so we're going to start with this. We're just going to reduce the opacity of this, just so I have some guides. I'm going to start putting in... Like, this isn't going to take too long, guys. I'm going to go publish. I think maybe this will take maybe an hour. Maybe an hour and a half for the animation. But probably 30 minutes to put everything together, though. I just went through like 3 different timestamps. And let's see, what do we want to do this with? Maybe we want to try. We'll try a different. No, I don't like that at all. Let's do. Is there black here? I feel like the safest bet is always Montserrat. I don't know why, but I just feel like it is. Golden says, I like cold brew coffee also. I've tried. Wait, hold on. Adam says trim transparency. We don't do all that here. We don't do all that. We just get in and go. Alright, so we're gonna do publish. We're gonna take this down to about, let's see, maybe it's 20. I've not really had cold brew. Well, I mean, I have, but I'm like, do I like it though? And I think I don't and it like the taste is good, but it never wakes me up. I always feel sleepy. Like what does it say? Published content with advanced. I don't know why that's a capital A. Advanced schedule. We don't do that. We just get in and get out with the quickness. All right, let's see. So we have a rectangle. We're gonna make like this little rounded edge button-esque thing. All right, we're just gonna copy this over and make this little circle. There you go. Same thing over here. And I'm gonna group them. I didn't know that, why is this so thick? Who allowed me? All right, this joint needs to calm down. The thickness of it looks it's a little crazy. All right, we're gonna, boom. I'm just gonna delete that because I'm just gonna, there you go. Cool. All right, now let's work with these color boulets that we have. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is very simple. I'm going to turn the opacity of one up very quickly, and we're gonna, I know you guys, I heard once upon a time like the best part of what people like about my live stream is my voice cracking when I really have no idea, which is all the time, but it's enjoyable. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Alright, let's see what to do. Alright, so we're going to try to make the gradient on this. We're going to go to our fill. We're going to linear gradient just like this, and we're going to just try to copy some of the colors that we see in this photo over here. And it's also time, it's almost time for a coffee break, guys. Not a coffee break, but GroceBot needs to deliver. He's ordered a lot of coffee. He was so excited about me coming back to the office. He hasn't been oiled in days, and apparently he wants a lot of oil. So I was like, look, we'll negotiate. I will oil you because I didn't come to the office on Christmas if you order a lot of coffee on Tuesday. We all know that World of Warcraft chests come out today, so wink to you guys that know what I'm talking about. But we have that happening around 1 p.m. Hopefully the servers aren't down. Anyway, World of Warcraft aside, I would love to see my World of Warcraft lovers in the chat hit +1 or hit 1 in the chat so I know who you are. Yeah, shout out to my gamers. All right, back to selecting these colors in coffee. Just wanted to say, after we get a couple of these bubbles in, we're gonna need to reload on this. Okay. Yes, radial, my good sir, you are correct. That is exactly what we're going to do. Did I say linear gradient though? That's just how you know I need coffee, because I don't know what I'm saying. All right, now let's pick some of these colors. Hopefully it will allow me to pick some of these. All right, nope. Well, yes, but no. It's not the color we want. All right, we're gonna go here. We're gonna take this dark here. We're gonna pick our color picker, and we're gonna tap it on the edge of this ball. Pow! Look at that. Look, instant change. All right, now we're gonna just do that like 2-3 more times. This middle. And it's not gonna be perfect, like immediately, just bear with me, guys. Alright, we're gonna do this one right here, and just get this light blue. And we're gonna move everything too, so that what's we call it? Yes. Scale this out here. You know what would be really awesome? I would love to like actually see a design of GroceBot. I would absolutely love to I don't even know how to, hold on, let's see this. This white shouldn't be that white. It needs to be like a little bit lighter, just like this. I think that works. I think the point though is a little too much. So what we're gonna do is maybe spread this out, or we're just gonna darken it a little bit. Pull this out. I think there might be. I'm gonna grab this here. I think we need to do like a little ridge highlight, so I'm gonna go here and try to lighten this up a little bit. And I'm just gonna move. Once I get one ball right, the rest will be fine, but I want to do somewhat of a little ridge light over here. You notice some of that bounce light, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see. Ali's this oiling gross, but oh god, my imagination. Adam says, could you suggest a systematic way to learn UX for someone who is not disciplined in learning? I will get to that in a sec. First off, join the Game Changers. I'm not even lying. Guys, I spent, and everybody in the Game Changers knows, I spent like an entire week of scouring YouTube to find, not only put my resources together, the top resources. I have to put this together a little bit better, but I put together a list of YouTube videos for UI basics, how to master grids, UX tutorials that I found encompass the basics of UX, how to negotiate your position, your job, really anything, or how to think about negotiations, how to price your work, how to get any job. I literally scoured and spent so much time putting all of this material together. And honestly, if you just go through, you join our Game Changers, number one, first link in the description down below, and also hit the like button. I put together an entire collection of this stuff, as well as videos. I have a full, whatchamacallit, and I'm migrating all this stuff over to YouTube as well, from my Instagram, because it's just, was there a butt clench? Hold on, I gotta go back real quick. Okay, I guess it's not there anymore. But there was like a butt clench, and I was scared about that one. Okay, anyway. I have a whole collection. Let me see. I think it's back in the day. And I have to bring this, I'm bringing this stuff back to, what's it called? To YouTube. Let me see. I guess it doesn't show them on. Yeah, this is the one thing, like, why I'm moving more to YouTube, because Instagram's great, but like once it's posted, it's kind of forgotten. So yeah, and like it's hard to discover. I made this stuff. I don't even know how to find it. I can't even like search it in the search bar where I could in YouTube. So first off, start in Discord if you absolutely have nothing, and we have amazing individuals in our Discord where we help one another. We have people who submit their work for feedback. We have people who ask questions, and we help them get through the challenges that they're currently having. So one, join the Discord where you have that collection of videos, and two, you have what'd I just do? You have a community of people who are either one, having the same challenges as you, and two, people who have either been through those challenges who can help you through them. So that is my recommendaciones to you. All right. Let's see. How to feather the border on XD. I just know how to do it on Photoshop. I'm not sure we need to blur the border on this. Adam says, can we blur it a little bit? We could. We can go to blur object like this. But is that necessary? Do we need to blur it? Like, there we go. I mean, I think we could do it around 1. Yeah, I think that works. There we go. Let's see. Christo is great on the business side as well as the creative side. Exactly, Laura. Adham says, I watch them, but I get stuck implementing on my own projects. Well, what exactly do you get stuck on? I get stuck all the time, but I have no idea how to make this. Yet I'm here like, all right, guys, we're gonna try to figure this out. So what portion do you actually get stuck on? Is my question. Laura says maybe the feathering was done on well, you can feather it like this. There's this object blur setting where we can blur it here. So I blurred it like 1. I don't think we need to do it 2. Or 2 pixels, but we can do that to really everything here. And also we're looking at really bad screenshots here. Like some of them are blurred just because the photo was blurred, but back here, like if we really wanted to, I could blur it to like right there. And now we're gonna do our red version. And now we're just gonna change our colors. So we're gonna take our super light thing here. I'm gonna grab this pink, and we're just gonna work our way outwards. We're gonna go pink. We're gonna do that hot pink. We'll go a little bit further out, and we're gonna hit our last 2, where we can get that nice red right here. And we're gonna get that last bit here, where it's like that dark red. Look at that, so beautiful, delicious. And we can, if we really want to, we can start moving some of these colors here to move some of this stuff up, like that. Just resize. Mallory says, I understand that. I have the same problem with Premiere Pro and web design, but I also learned that it's possible and then know what the words are to search again for the lesson. Exactly, like, or at least to my understanding of what I think you're saying, Mallory, is I always feel like I'm in perpetual confusion, and I just accept that. Like the real thing is that we are fumbling forward, and it's just like, oh, I think this is really cool. Do I know how to make it? No, but I think I might know how to make it, and I'm here with you live to kind of figure it out. But I think the main thing is, like, nobody told Tesla how to make, and when I say Tesla, I mean like Tesla, not the car company. Nobody told inventors like how to make something. It was a lot of trial and error. They were like, I think this works. I think this might not explode in my face. You know, it's one invention at a time, one thing at a time. It's a lot of trial and error. And that's one thing I try to, what is the word? Embody, is just mistakes. Because learning only comes from, in my opinion, from when we learn something that we did was wrong. And to not do it again. Or to learn what direction not to go in. So, not trying to be like, I want to pull this out. There we go. I think like the best teachers, you know, oh, I think this is cool. Let me try it out and see where I can get with it. Let me see. There's like, I think I need to make this a little bit lighter over here. And we also need to work on where these things are. Let's see, let's pull that out. Let's pull that out. I think we're gonna make this circle just a little bit darker. Just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just get that edge. Renan says, Nikola Tesla. Hi Brandon, try adding a white rule around the circle. That might give you an extra white edge you are seeing. Exactly, Matt. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Thank you. I was like, I don't know. Let me see. Because there is bounce light basically around these things. Oh, that's what you guys are. Let me see. Let's try. Let's try, Matt. Let's try. I have no idea, but let's see what the outcome is. We're gonna pull this here, and we're gonna select this. We're gonna, see, I always have to like grab my beard when I'm scared, and I call it a beard. I grab my face hair when I'm like, no. When I get really, I think that's a little bit better. I mean, what do you think, man? We're closer? Not really. Ish. Because really what we could do is, like, for example, you have this rim light around. What I would do is I would just copy this here, I would do a border real quick, white, and let's see, I would do the size up this way. I would make sure it's on the outside. The stroke is on the outside. And I would push this, let's see, is that on top of everything? Yes. I'm gonna push this behind. And I'm gonna sharpen the front ball. So the ball, we have two balls here. Why are we all, again, every time. So I have two circles here. One with a border here that has a blur on top of there. So without the blur, it kind of looks like this. With the blur, we're gonna do like 1 or 2 pixels. And we're just gonna bring this on top. So we have that definition of the ball, but the blur is still there for the thing behind it. I really think these circles were feathered in Illustrator. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know, Laura. We don't go into Illustrator. We stay in one program. But it would be really interesting to see. Because, I mean, if it was feathered in Illustrator, that's awesome. But we stay in the XD because everything, to a degree, can be made here. Like Sarah, for real, every time that we're like making something here, it's like, how did we get back 2 balls? Like, I don't understand. Sarah says, check out the XD Daily Challenges too. That's how I taught myself last year. Adam says, I'm trying to build a UX portfolio. Yes. So the main thing that you really want to focus on is building stuff. That's what you're, for your portfolio. So practice, like, see something that you like and then try to figure out how to make it. Like, it's not just, like, learning something isn't A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Like, there's no real road unless you know of somebody whose job you specifically want. Like, specifically, like, you know exactly what they do every day. You know what skill sets they have. Like, for example, like, some people will be like, oh yeah, I really do want to be a UX designer, but there's so many different types of UX designer. There's people who just do research. There's people who just run studies. Like, which one do you want to be? And then once you kind of know where you would like to be, you have to. It's much. Okay, let me start where I kind of get into this conversation, right? There's people who are like, oh, I want to be a UX designer, and they learn everything about UX design. And how long does that take? Who knows? I don't even know everything about UX design. I know, hey, I want to make this specific type of thing. What is required to make this specific type of thing? So instead of learning all of UX just to create this type of photo or this type of prototype that we're about to do, I'm just like, okay, well, you need to know how to make balls, you need to know how to write type, and you need to know how to prototype. So those are 3 things. Nothing else I don't care about. It needs not be wasting my time. So if I learn those 3 things, I will be able to make this. So instead of being like, what are all the things I need to learn? Pick what you want to make, figure out what's associated with making that type of thing, and then just go out and learn it. It's much easier to learn 3 things than all 250 and 93 quarters of UX to just make this one thing. So the same thing applies to a job, like if you know you want to work at a particular position at Facebook or X company or Google, it doesn't even have to be one of those large companies. If you want to work at any company, figure out what somebody does in that position on a daily basis, ask them on LinkedIn, and figure out what you need to learn to do those 3-4 particular tasks. Master them, and there you go. School does a roundabout thing. Like, it's great for exposure, but I'm just like, I know what I want to do because I've been inspired by things. And I kind of already have my direction, so I know I just need to read and understand ABC or A, D, Y, and that's it. Mallory says, can I hijack your stream for a second, get everybody's advice? Yes, Mallory. Like, look, listen, guys. This is not my stream. This is our stream. This is the Game Changers thing. Like, I stream not for me. I love to run my mouth, and I get to talk to you guys. That's one of the big benefits, upsides of this. But I'm trying to build a community of like-minded people who want to improve. I'm still improving. That's why I stream my process. Because I know I'm a hot mess, and I know you guys are a lot smarter than me in a lot of the aspects that I don't have. You know I might know my ADY for what I'm building here, but you guys might know B, C, and T. And I'm using the alphabet to kind of explain like where my knowledge is and where my knowledge isn't. That's why we need people, right? We have a certain amount of information, and you know, other people in our networks, you know, they have other information that we can, you know, use to do great things together. Like, that's what's awesome about communities, and that's what I'm trying to build. I'm not trying to be like, hello, it's Brandon's show again. Nah. So Mallory, go ahead. Katie says, helpful advice for refocusing on new areas that you want to be in, not all of UX. Exactly, Katie. Also, by the way, pleasure to meet you, Katie. Studio Mad Design says, you goddamn right. I'm glad, Studio, my man. All right, let's see. Hold on, Mallory. Let's check out this Mallory jump real quick. All right, hold on. All right, look. Oh, where did it go? I just brought up Mallory's. Wow, I have been neglecting all of YouTube. I am so sorry. Guys, by the way, it's very hard juggling on. We got Groce Bot doing like the Soldier Boy on the side over here. I have to stay focused as well as like maneuvering my 5 screens, and it gets difficult. So I appreciate you guys' patience. DK Jux, yes, freshly ground coffee. Wow, that's a while back when we were talking about coffee. All right, hold on. Where'd it go? I brought up a website and then, oh, here we go. Actually, let's do this. We are going to, Mallory, I hope you don't hate me for this, but I kind of want to get through the, should we? Yes, Golden Rose, all of YouTube, come over here. It's hard to juxtapose or juggle a whole bunch of things at once. But the real benefit of YouTube is, you know, cutting the content up and having it for you guys there afterwards. Need help with your business? Dark UX, yes. JK. I think we might leave this towards the feedback portion, Mallory. That's okay. If that is okay. Just because I know what people are gonna be like. They're gonna be like, how come Mallory gets to do the feedback before all of us? I already know, so I have to be fair, and I hope that's okay. However, I'm super excited about checking out your website. I know we've peered into this before, and I will give a quick close glance. Oh, ooh, you already, wow, okay, yes. That's what you wanted the feedback on. Obviously, this is something that you just put together. I'm not gonna grade the page, but yes, I think this is a great example of what you could do for before and after of your projects. So guys, for context, if you guys are like, what's on the page? What are you looking at? We were talking about a application earlier called juxtapose.js or JS. And it's where you can easily show before or afters, or even if you wanted wireframes to high fidelity, in your case studies. And I think this is really cool. So Mallory, yes. Okay, that was really quick feedback. All right, nobody get mad at me. All right. But Mallory, we will go deeper when we get to the feedback. But excellent use of the juxtapose. Only other thing I would use, I like that you added it in. It just needs the context around that, but I think you know that too. That's why it doesn't have anything else on it. So, yes. Yeah, it was very clear the before and after, and I'm super excited that you immediately implemented it. That's what it brings tears to my eyes. That's why I love live streaming, guys, because we can make immediate impacts and learnings in each other's lives. I learned something about, how to actually use Photoshop, or maybe I can make these balls in Illustrator, So, I learn a lot from you guys, from Katie, Sarah, Laura. I didn't know you could feather things in Illustrator at all. What's we call it? I think I missed something from somebody. Okay, no. All right, cool. Let us continue. Okay, let's get in here. We're gonna just copy this. We're gonna pull this down. I wish one thing. You know how in Photoshop you can just very quickly change like the hue. I wish I could do the same thing here, so I could just do that. Or maybe I can't. Hold on. Nah, that would take too long. All right. So I'm gonna come in here, select these colors. We got the pink. Boom. I think that might have been too red too early. By the way, guys, I'm super excited. This is a mini announcement. So, come the new year, we just partnered with an amazing musician. He makes amazing funk music and lo-fi beats. And we're going to be producing playlists for you guys to check out. Not only this is a playlist that you guys have had for a while, but we're gonna try to create weekly playlists that you guys can chillax to, get funky to, and just reminisce with while I'm not around. And those will be live on my YouTube. Because one thing, I'm starting to talk now. The coffee has finally arrived. It's in the temple. What's it called? I just think that what brings a lot of people together, I was thinking about this, before the break. I was like, what brings people or what is one thing that a lot of people have in common? And what kept coming to mind was we all love music. And I found a very, very talented individual who I think that's all I can say, because I think I would be here for like hours being like, he's a talented. So I'll just wait for you guys to sneak peek what we've got going on. All right, I need to get. All right, we're not gonna blur this so I can like see what's happening. I'm gonna take this, make it white. But I want to ask. I want to do like a quick poll. How many of you guys like lo-fi music compared to what I kind of play on the channel at the moment? Or the background music? It seems to me as if, and I think we can all agree, that lo-fi is like the thing that you guys, or the creative community tends to go after. And sometimes too, it's just really chill. Not gonna lie, like sometimes I'm not always trying to be like upbeat, like we're not trying to do all that Groce spot, hitting the Soldier Boy in the background. Sometimes we don't need all that. So I'd love to have your feedback of, what you guys really enjoy from a music perspective. All right, we're gonna blur this once. Wait, one. There we go. All right, I think that might be too much. All right, so I think we might leave that there. Maybe, possibly. Cormac says, hey, Brandon, what made you go for the cyberpunk look and feel of your personal brand? My friend, I have no idea. I was just like, I'm in a city that's not on Earth. Cyberpunk. Okay, let's go. That was about it. I don't get too deep in thinking. Laura says neither. It's mid-century jazz or classical for me. Well, my friend, I have to say, maybe we'll have a special channel. But I have a soft spot in my heart for some jazz. But it's more like what's it called? Electric jazz. We're gonna up the sizing of that by like 2. And let me see. I'm trying to figure out like what is the proper. I think that's fine. Okay. So we got that. We got that. I'm gonna make a couple more of these. I think I'm just gonna make this, and I'm gonna just rotate it like that and make the white just a little bit more evident. There we go. And then let's steal this and bring it down here. So this is the easy part. I really don't think this is gonna take much time. And I remember there was a pink one, so we're gonna take this and just drag it like that. We're gonna pull this up, and we're going to object blur here. We're gonna take this like that. We're gonna push our yellow boule behind our yellow. Pull this up like that. Laura says you need to explore. I can't even get that first name. Thelonious Monk, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, and the other jazz innovators of the era. We might. I'm gonna take that first name because he sounds like Thanos. We're gonna put him in Google. Thanos Monk. That's what we're gonna call him, Laura, because that name is too long. My tongue is like, shh. Say no more. It's quite taxing. Thelionius? I wish that was my name. You know, you guys are gonna laugh at me. I'm really showing a lot of, who I am, I guess. As one should. But I was talking to my partner yesterday, and I was so serious. I was like, listen, if we get another cat, his name is going to be Pimpsky. I'm just giving you guys like an insight to my brain right there. Pimpsky. Or was it Pimpsky or Pinsky? No, it wasn't Pinsky. No. In air. Only one can be named such things. It was Pimpsky. I think that's a qualified name for a cat. Don't you agree? Alright, so we're gonna make this a little bit brighter up. Alright, I have another question for you guys. See, this is how I know the coffee is kicked in. Because I'm starting to ask, like, my usual questions, and I'm like, ooh, I have les questions. Okay, so when you guys are like alone and like in your playlist, somehow the universe decides to put on a really sad song, aka a similar one to what has just came on. I don't know why it's always this song. I'm like, it just like hits my eardrums, and I'm like, I need a moment. Do you guys have moments like that? Cormac says, you are some hustler for the live streams. You're the only one I see consistent. How you find the energy is beyond me. My friend, we actually have some consistent live streamers, dude. We have Jesse Showalter. You have all the people on Behance. They are like on a schedule. Like nobody else's business. Oh, I got it. Laura says, good job on the pronunciation. I think I deserve an award. Where's my +1 in the chat? Let me see. We need to I have to figure out how to spread out a little bit and make this a little bit lighter. I think that works out. And we'll blur it out just a little bit. then we need to go back here because there needs to be a border. There is like a little white border. And we will take this above everything except these pieces here. And we're gonna up that border. I said this would take 30 minutes, but I swear, with my like conversations in my head. Hey Megan, what is going on? Glad to see you. How's your day, my friend? We have Laura. Oh yes, all the thumbs up. Fergie says that song is sad, gets you in the feels. Yeah, I'm in my feelings. I don't know. I'm really curious how many people are watching like from work and they're like, Brent, whoever this guy is on Adobe Live right now is a hot mess. And to those of you who are thinking this, I say, thank you. Okay, so we're not gonna make another bubble. We're just gonna increase the size here. We're gonna push everything down below. And we're gonna kind of use the glass morphism effect to create this. I'm gonna bring this down to a 1 here. I was talking with, is this a topic I wanna approach? I'm trying to think. I was discussing with a friend of mine in multiple discussions where we've discussed my very, what they call an outgoing personality. And I was just like, look, listen, I just say what I say. I'm like, look, I don't want to be emotionally constipated. You know, I know what happens when you eat too much bread. I don't need that emotionally. we have life choices to make here. Laura says, you're not a hot mess, you're fun to watch, and there's always great instruction and great resources provided. Laura, I highly appreciate that, and that warms my heart. Too bad that sad song is not on for, if it were, I would have cried. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Let's go. We're gonna downsize this just a little bit. And to me, I was also told that I'm really not good with, I have friends that are like, Brandon, let me just be your PR agent. Because to me, a hot mess is not an insult. I don't know. I take those sort of things with pride. I don't know, but I guess it's also, you know, one man's words is somebody else. I don't know. I'm trying to be like philosophical or something, and it's not working out. But all right. Anyways. So we have our publish here for our screens. I'm trying to get the rest of our bubbles in here. Because what we're gonna need to do is, if you guys know the glass morphism shtick, what we might do is we might have a solid screen above everything but this circle. I think that's what we might do. All right, let me just get these other circles in gear. Boom. Here, we're gonna pull this. I think we might just pull this one down again. Or nope, boom. We're gonna scale this down. We're gonna turn the border down, scale this up. I'll rotate this a bit so the light comes from up there. Lower this a little bit more. Adham says, sorry to ask too much. There's never asking too much. There's always asking too little. Let's see. Sorry to ask too much. I got a problem with the line height in XD. I think 48 line height should be 48 pixels in height, but it is just another random number like 53 pixels. Are you talking about I'm sure you're talking about fonts or line height with text. But how exactly are you saying that when you type something, right? You have 3 lines and you went in here and you did 53. If you're asking if you're at 43 line height, is this 43 or 42 pixels? My friend, the thing is, I have no idea. You know what I want to do for when I am dealing with fonts? What I do here's the thing. We have the internet. We can offload everything that we think or might need to maintain in our brain. We can use the internet for it. So I just go to, let's see. Someone was smart enough to create a golden ratio calculator, and this is what I use. I select my font or something close to what my font size is and the content width. What the content width is if I'm writing this, right? The content width is the size of this container, which is 137 pixels. So I'd put that in there, click show me the GRT, which golden ratio, whatever. And that's where I get my number from. And typically the typography that I typically use is around the same, so I never really had to go back to this, but this is a good resource for you guys if you are interested. But these are also questions that we go over or can go over in the game changers. All right, let me see. Let me get the rest of this stuff down because I feel like a lot of what we've done is story time, which I know I enjoy, but I don't know if you guys enjoy that. I think you do, but not entirely sure. Cormac says, I'm not a regular watcher, so I'm not in the loop. This might be a dumb question, but I'm guessing that this is your full-time job. If it is, damn, it's a great job. It kind of is my full-time job. I do a lot more than just live stream though. I do some consulting with some design brands in regards to their product. For example, I work a lot with Anima and their platform. I think they are one of the greatest Adobe XD plugins for taking your designs from artboard to design with the click of a button. And what I mean by design is HTML, CSS, and React, like real prototypes, things that can live on the internet as a product, not just something that looks cool on the internet. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna select all of my background ball things here. And what I'm gonna do is, if you guys see this, there's like a little mask for some of these bits. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have about, I think 2 layers. So I'm gonna select all the balls that will be in my back layer. And I think we're gonna do one more. Take this, copy paste. You guys will see what I'm about to do. So I have that in the background. Same thing here. Select this, I'm gonna bring this down here. That's this. It will all make sense in a second. I'm gonna remove this background because we no longer need that as a placeholder. We're gonna take this. I'm gonna put this in the background. All right, so I'm gonna take background, background, background. This will be in the background as well. Same as this. All right, and what I'm going to do, actually, let's see. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna paste them. I'm gonna group them. And I'm gonna name this group background ball. I'm gonna send it to the back. And what I'm gonna do with that group is I'm going to make a shape right on top of it. And I think that's, I'm gonna take the board off. I think that's about right. From here, I'm gonna take this, pull it down to here, and I'm gonna mask with shape, okay? So now, basically what I'm trying to do is, if you guys see this, there's a mask here where they pull the blur thing, I don't know what to call it, but they pull it in that little ridge here, and we're gonna need a mask to kind of do that. I'm gonna go inside this mask, I'm gonna duplicate this rectangle, pull outside the mask, back down, right above our mask here. And I'm gonna go to background blur. I'm gonna turn the brightness down here. Increase the blur amount here. Let me see. And I can play with the opacity. All right. So I think something like this works. Okay. Bow, bow, bow. Dun, dun, dun. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into this mask here. I'm gonna duplicate 2 of the balls here. This is the blue, and I hope that this is the yellow. All right, I'm gonna take these 2, copy, paste, and I'm just going to group them because what I'm not gonna group them. I'm gonna bring these down. To be right above our our whatchamacallit. I don't know what it's called. These names are different. Let me see, but I do want to blur this just a little bit more. There we go. And I'm gonna go back into our ball here and make some of the colors dark so that we can actually read some of the type here. And I'm also gonna bring this to be darker. There we go. I'm going to keep coming with the questions I have. The designers work you are replicating in the work for Livestream ever contact you and know that you did this? Or did they contact them prior to the stream? No, I just see cool stuff. And I mean, I'm friends with the guy that he tagged me in this piece, and I was like, yo, this is awesome. I'm gonna recreate this in a live stream. But the thing is that this is practice. This is practice for me. I saw something interesting on the internet, and I was like, yo, I am inspired. I want to be able to make something like this. And I go out and do it. There's no need for permission to practice. I think that's absolutely silly. Sometimes people might get, even if I didn't know them, right? For someone to be upset that you are inspired by their work, so much so to try to learn to be able to catch up to do what it is that they've done. Somebody's upset by that. What does that say? I'm not saying to come to a particular conclusion, but I want you to think about that. You know what I mean? I live stream because I want to learn with you guys. I show you guys just as much as you guys show me. And I'm really thinking about doing almost like a call-in game. It's not even a game show, but like a call-in show where I can have those of you guys who are interested in coming on live with me to call in, and we both are on stream. You don't have to be on camera, but where we both have a conversation about design or questions or whatnot. I think that's something that would be of interest. But let me know in the chat if that is at all something that you would be interested in. Because that's something I've thought about, but I wasn't entirely sure if people would actually dig it. I'm gonna make this, it needs to be a little bit more saturated. There we go. Golden Rose says, I think that is a great idea. Thank you, Rose. I think, yeah, because I want to be able to do more than just Tuesday and Friday, which I think is great for, what I'm doing right now. But as, we move forward in what we're doing, I'm going to be bringing back to life our, and when I say our, I have a podcast with the global product partner of Google. And, a couple things happened when he had a child. He just got a promotion. So there's a lot of things, things that we were traversing. And we needed to kind of put a put a break on it. Let's see, I need to create, I'm missing something. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna pull, all right, what we need to do also. Let's break this thing here. There we go. So now I'm creating this sort of pull out thing here. So I'm gonna double click here. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit more. Pull this out just a little bit more. And try to get this in the center if I can. And I'm gonna click on these bits here. And I'm going to try to attempt to kind of get these bits to curve. I'm not entirely sure if I'm doing this right, but we will figure it out. Maybe call it a notch. We'll call it the notch. It's a better explanation than what I was giving. So we'll call it the notch. Let's see. And I do think that there's probably a better way of doing this, because if I were in Photoshop, I know I would just make the 3 points, and I would use the anchor points. Oh, here we go. Sweet. There we go. So I just had to double click it to make the anchor points come out. Awesome. There we go. I'm just holding shift. Perfect. Grab my fill here. I think that's the color of it. What is the color of it? Blue. All right, I'm gonna take that border off, and we are a little bit larger. Actually, I think it's right here, so I'm gonna pull this out. Just like that. Hi-ya. I'm trying to get it perfectly. It's like a breathing exercise. Okay. All right. So we got this. Boom. Go to our plugins, icons for design. We have arrow. We're gonna look for an arrow. Yeah, but I think I was talking about something related to what I do, but I do a whole bunch of different things. I do live streaming with Adobe. I create content for design brands in particular around their products. For example, Adobe, Anima, and currently trying to work with a couple other people in the no-code space. That's going to be huge, or it is huge. I think it's just going to continue to get bigger. So yeah, a lot of what I do is content related, my friends. I'm going to try to pull some of this in a little bit more so it's tighter. There, and we're going to try to do the same over here. Alright, I think that works. I would make it in Illustrator, paste it, and it would be easier. But here's the thing, you can't animate. Well, maybe you could. Maybe it still has the, what's it called? Maybe it will still have the paths, but I'm not entirely sure. And Cormac, why PC over Mac? Mac is overrated, man. What do you need a Mac for? Macs don't have the power. They would die if I at all. If I ever just put myself in anything like this. My Mac can't even hold Skype without breathing hard. So I needed a monster computer, and I wasn't buying the cheese grater. So it's too expensive for very little return. My computer costs less than probably one of the most powerful Macs. I
I got this for like $1,500, but it's like the power of 3 Macs combined. So let's see. So we're gonna delete this because now we have what's it called in here. So we have all the basic stuff in here. So I'm gonna just change all the words. We have publish, we have connect. Yes, boom. Oh, you know what we need to do? We're not gonna delete that. We need to. So we have publish, publish, and we are going to add connect. And you guys will see why I'm keeping all of the words in a little bit. I'm gonna go back to my layers real quick. We have connect. Where is the other word here? Publish. Bring this up here. And then we're gonna center connect. And then we have analyze. Duplicate that. I'm gonna duplicate connect. This connect is 0 opacity. This one, we're gonna do analyze. Hold on. What it A-N-A-L-Y. Z-E. Okay. Perfect. And let me see. Shaba's asking, what mechanical keyboard are you using if you are using one? I hear the clickety clack. Shaba. What am I using? It's called a Skylong. 2 O's. I like that. Yeah. Some people think or really like the rhythmic clickety clacking of my keyboard. I really enjoy this. This has probably increased my typing, even though I can't spell analyze. But I enjoy it. I remember the days of trialing live streaming or trialing live streaming on the channel with your list. Wait, I remember the days you trialing live streaming on the channel with your list computer. Yes, looked like it was breathing. It was bad. Yeah, when I first got into live streaming and I was using my Mac and then just my computer was overheating. Yeah, so I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. All right, so we have our 3 boards here. Now what we need to do is let's take one quick strong look back at, not Brandon, squinting. Where is the design? That was the clenched butt cheeks I was looking at earlier, but I mean, then not whatever. That I saw earlier when we were looking at the design. Okay. All right. So what do we need to do? Okay, that's pretty simple. We're gonna pull some of the balls, move. I wonder if any of the stuff in the background move. All right. So this gets started. Hold on. Connect. Pull, and there's a little skip up there. Okay. And I think we need to do like the brightness needs to be up a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. By like 1. Let's see, brightness up by 1. All right, let's try that. There's some of these that need to be blurred a little bit because they pop out a little too much for my liking. So we're gonna blur that about like 2. I think that was already blurred there, but let me take this down to like 1. Blur this to about like 2. Some of them are too hard for the looks. And I think that's what you guys were referring to before. See, I would turn down the brightness, but then you guys see like, we have problems with, honestly what I think we could do is this background ball situation that we have going on. I think if I pull this here, and then I'm going to turn the opacity down just a little bit because we don't need all of it, but I want some color on the ridge of this. I think that works a little bit. I think that works a little bit better. Yeah. Now what do we do? I'm really not trying to rewrite all these words. Whatever. I'll just pull them up. And I think honestly what I will do is I'll just retype it. It's gonna be easier to go back anyway. We got connect in a line. Boom. And then alright. Let's see. Can clipping masks be used in XD? The answer is yes. We did use clipping masks for which portion? Like if we wanted to, this whole thing here, I could take this entire mask here, or let's see, I think that's the path. That's the path. So we have this entire, yes. So to just show you, I can do, not sure I'm gonna be able to do it because it's already masked. So let's see. So this right here, this asset, this is within a mask, and anything that I move outside of it won't show. I have it in a rectangle mask, and I could have done this to, you know, what I'm creating with the notch or whatever. I could have just done this. Something like this. And I'm just showing you just very quickly. And it would have masked inside the, whatchamacallit, inside there. But instead of doing that, I had another, whatchamacallit, I have another, like, sheen or another layer on top of that. So I have my mask layer, and on top of that, I have the glass wall. I could have grouped that stuff together. I just didn't. Maybe if I went back and did it, you know, if this were a real project, that would probably make more sense to do it that way. All right, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna try to get all of these around like the object blur of 2, just so that not everything is super sharp. All right, now I think we can get to the animating. So what I'd like to do, going back here, is I think they've duplicated. All right, so that first part, let's just animate that first part where the color, the circles come in. All right, so everything is gonna come up from the bottom. Opacity 0, opacity 0, and opacity 0. And I'm gonna pull all this stuff out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can reduce the opacity of all this stuff too. And if I really wanted to be systematic or just smart about how I was animating this, I would group all of the top circles like this. Group them, top circles. That way, everything stays on the artboard, and I can really drag this stuff out far to help with how quickly or how fast things come into the artboard. The further things are away, the longer it takes to get to the artboard. The closer they are. Oops, this was a part of the group. Hopefully now it's part of the group. Yes, okay. So, like I was saying, is the closer things are, the quicker they go in, the further they are, the slower they are to get to the artboard. So that's how you actually control timing in Adobe XD, and not a lot of people know that. Let's see, so boom. Pull it up. Okay, so now what this looks like, let's see. Let's do it one more time. I'm trying to get that first initial. How does that? Okay, and then it just pushes itself in. All right, so this isn't here. Whoops, wrong one. I'm also going to group these two bits. This glass, and then this circle button. I'm gonna group this. We have that button. I'm gonna group this, and I'm gonna push it all the way to the bottom here of my layers. I'm gonna push when this I push out. We're also going to go in here and we're going to push this just like that. Now what needs to happen is, because I just did a lot here, I totally changed around the layers, I named new things. So what I need to do is I need to do the same thing to the next layer. You guys know Adobe XD is very strict on for things to be animating clear, you need to have proper name layers and things of that matter, or else it'll be like, I don't know what this layer is, we're just gonna recreate it and things get funky. So we're gonna, this group that we made, we're gonna take it and we're kind of gonna delete it over here, and we're gonna pull it in just like this. We're gonna put it in place, and we're gonna move it from where it is to where we want it. So we're gonna click in here, we're gonna pull this up, just like where we want it. We're gonna take this ball, and we're gonna pull it in. There we go. And now, I think that's really, so there's that, and then we are going to, these top circles, we're gonna do that with everything here. So we're gonna select all our circles here, we're gonna group it and call it top circles, so that Adobe XD registers that. Top circles. Boom. All right, let's see this. So all we're gonna do to animate this, we're at the easy part now, guys, where really we're just changing layer names, we're changing words, and we're telling Adobe XD this is how we want things to start before, and how we want things to be afterwards. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this arrow, I'm gonna point it over here, and the trigger that we want is time. We're gonna have a 1 second delay, and we want the animation to be not a transition, we want it to be an auto animate. We want the transition to be a snappy. My goodness. Excuse me. I thought I had drool coming out of my beard. I might, if I do, please apologize. I can't see. Feels a little wet. All right, duration we want to 0.8. And let's see what this looks like. I have no idea what this is gonna, ooh, okay. All right, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a quick return animation. So if I click publish, it's just gonna take me back, just so I can, or we can, you know, see what's going on and critique what's happening. All right, so the balls come in pretty nicely. There's this one that's a little funky. You see it's not animating. And it's, I guarantee you it's because it's not named or in the right place in our layers. Let's take a look here. Over here, it is called Ellipse, or Ellipse 33. And over here it's ellipse 7. So we're gonna name this ellipse 33. Let's take a look at that again. Alright, now it's going away. Perfect. Just looking at it a couple times, see where we're at. And what we might want to do is we might want to do, if you notice, everything is happening too quickly. You have the balls come in and then you have this other animation at the bottom here that's coming in at the same time. Too many things are happening at once. And I think the animation might be a little too quick. So we're going to jump it to 1 minute, or 1 second rather. Anthony says, Rona cough. We're okay. We are not sick. We are all right. Hey, what's going on, Dusan? What's happening? Master Fly, could you please lower the music? Thank you, my friend. I can. All right, hold on. Let me know if that's good for you guys. I get so excited with the music. I just pump that baby up, and I'm like, what's it called? But hopefully that is good for the music. Let me know if you guys want me to turn that down a little bit more. It has been up a little bit recently because I've been jamming at the computer. Blame Groce Bot. Okay. So we have this animation, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the balls come in, and then when that happens, so we're gonna go here. I'm duplicating all this because what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this back. We want this to go back where we're not gonna pull it in just yet. So, circles in, prototype this goes here, and we're gonna do another time trigger. We're gonna do like 0.4, snap duration, we're gonna do about like 0.6. So now it should look like this. Balls, and then that thing at the bottom. The notch. All right, so there we go. And now what we are going to do, but let me know, guys, what do you think so far? Is this to your liking? Are you having fun? What are the thoughts? And not just are you having fun, but are you learning something? Because it's cool if you guys are having fun, but I would love to know, like, you know, are you guys learning? Learning. Let me check this out. All right, so I have the first one wrong. I need to make it so that we're on the first page. All right, publish. Oh, so connect is first. Connect, publish, analyze. All right, so we need to change this. Connect. This will also be connect. I'm really curious. I wonder why our usual peeps on Adobe Live weren't on this particular morning. All right, connect. I'm gonna delete these just very quickly because we're gonna have to remake them. Or not remake them, we're just gonna copy these out, and they had different layer names, so it would cause a mess. So for our first, what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna change these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna stack these. I'm gonna select, I think these are already grouped. I'm gonna stack them, and I'm just gonna move this over here. There you go. Simple fix. The power of stacking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna do the same over here. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna copy paste it. Copy, delete, paste. Thank you guys. It looks great. Laura says thumbs up from Golden Rose, and looks good from Sarah Newman. Thank you guys. Master Fly says, I love the animation. Why, thank you, my friend. And if you haven't already and you're enjoying yourself, you're digging the music, you're feeling good. you're having a good day, please don't forget to hit that like button or even subscribe if you guys are new to me, Brandon Groce. So that you guys can get notifications every time we go live, Tuesday and Friday at 9 a.m. EST. What time is it, by the way? It's 11. We're doing good time. All right, so we have connect. This one will be, I think this is publish. Okay. So on publish, this is gonna be weird because what needs to be done is we need to have a duplicate of this. We need to have a duplicate of the ball and the wording here. So I'm gonna select all those, paste. I think I'm gonna group them just to be safe here. I'm gonna call this publish. And one thing I am going to do is I'm gonna go into, should I do that? I'm trying to think. Because we're going to be using this connect here. Paste. And instead of this being the large one, we're gonna take this down to size here. We're gonna expand this. There we go. All right, we're learning on the way. Sarah says first place. Girls. Much appreciated, Sarah. And this will be publish. No, that one's connect. This one will be publish. I'm going to center that just like that. And all right, we got to think through this. We got to think. Oh, there's a rename it plugin? Let's check that out. What is, well, we'll figure it out when we look it up. What? I don't know how this works. I might have to check this out for another. I'm gonna install it, but I don't know how to. I'm gonna have to like read this. Interesting. That's really helpful. Guys, definitely download that. I'm reading through this and I'm like, okay, well, how does this work? I'm like, oh. So if I have like rectangle 11 and I need it to be named something specific. Very nice. All right, we'll have to play with it. That's a nice tool to have in the arsenal. All right, so when we're going here, so we click here to go from connect. All right, we're gonna have these. I'm trying to think of the after. So all of these will move off to the left here to some degree. And I'm just pulling them all off here. just in a straight line, selecting, holding shift so it goes in a straight line. All right, and now what I need to do is wait, why is all that stuff over there? Keep this here. Man, this is hard to kind of do. All right. But this is why I do live streams like this. So you got, cause like this is the type of thinking that I would have to do on really any sort of complex project. There's always portions of the project where it's just like I have no clue what we're about to do here. Now where are those top circles? That's over here. Where are the other ones though? They're over here, but there's for some reason on that layer. We need all of this to be over here. This way, we're going to turn the opacity of this down. All right. Okay, because what we need to do, all right, let me explain. When we swipe, what needs to happen is that everything, including this, needs to go over this way. This needs to follow. We need to widen this up. And these also need to tighten in this way. Got to focus. I'm doing a little bit of crossover here. We're gonna bring this down a little bit. Trying to figure out what is the size we need for this. I mean, I think that might be okay for now, but honestly, I think I might have just pulled in this stuff just a little too much. Boom, boom. Just like that. Bring this in like that. Maybe. I don't know. I think a nice little like pinch at the end would be nice. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that might be close. The shortcut is the power of that plugin instead of the double clicking the layer, and it works on artboards as well. That's awesome, man. Assam says the short hairstyle suits you, my friend. I know it does. Man, let me tell you, everybody in the world was like, Brandon, you need to cut your hair. And usually, I've never had long hair in my life till being indoors, and I was like, you know what, we don't need to get a haircut. We'll just like let it slag, you know? We'll let it fly. It was not flying well. It was incapable of flying. It looked like it was attempting to. My hair was crazy. But yeah, I'm happy to be back on the short hair bus. All right, let's see. All right, so let me see what we have so far, because I'm a little lost myself. I'm gonna pull this over for the, not the timing. I'm gonna prototype this. So when I drag it, so it will be a drag trigger. And we're gonna do an easing of, I don't care, we'll just snap. So let's take a look at this. So we're here. I'm gonna be able to pull. All right. So we have that. That makes sense. And we have that shift here. But now what we need is the movement of connect and the publish. Alright, and the things just come in from the side. Alright, it's an easy day. Alright, so we're gonna go back to design. We're gonna click these buttons real quick. We're gonna make them 50%. Just by hitting the number 5 on our keyboard, because that is the equivalent of making it 50%. Now we're gonna move these off to the side. Here, 1. Opacity 0. 2. And I'm staggering them because I want them to go in and out at different times. Now what we'll do is we'll bring in publish. I think that's center. I don't think it's center. All right, let's see. And I wonder if... Alright, let's make sure that this is centered first. And we're going to delete these because these are not... Oh wait, hold on. I always get confused with this. Is this the right thing? Okay, yeah, it is. Alright, we're gonna just pull that this way. Cormac says, Hassan says, give me your Insta. I love you and your work. My friend, you can find me. You just gotta type in my name in Google. You'll find all the things. Brandon Groce. And also, all the channels are linked down below for both YouTube and Instagram. Cormac says, would you ever think of creating a design masterclass like the design YouTubers are cranking out lately? Possibly. Courses take a long time. If I were to create courses, I think they would be free, honestly. So we'll see. I mean, I have a whole bunch of tutorials from like years of content on Instagram that I'm finally pulling over on YouTube. And I literally, in the last 2 days, have uploaded 30 videos. They'll be coming out daily. They'll be coming out 2 videos at a time at both 12 and 1 o'clock EST. So you guys will get a new drop of content, tutorial, and on the business side of creative. So there's a lot of interesting things that I'm really excited to just get into, I guess. I'm like, how do we do this? Because we have, right? We have the pullover. And publish is there. And I'm like, do we need like a middle? I'm trying to think, let me see. Let's take a look back at this, because there's like 2 ways that they might have done this. They might have done like a pause screen and then it was timed to go to the next one. Or he literally just did one smooth transition, pulled it. I think that's what he might have done. Okay. So what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna have to like duplicate everything. Golden Rose says it would be sort of like how thick liquid fills the area after passing a finger or something through it. Exactly. Oh, the original had more of a feel of like pushing rubber cement. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, so I'm like, how do we want to do this? So I think the most beneficial way of doing this is to have a copy Alright, so I might go quiet for like a quick second, and it's because I'm trying to figure this out. Let's see. So we want this. Flat. Oh no. Here we go. All right, I think I got it. No. Alright. Oh. Alright, give me a second, guys. Right, so we have that. Perfect. We have this. Perfect. Alright, let me see. Let me see. I really wonder if there was like there might have been a transition. So what I'm thinking they might have done is I think that they did this. Hold on, I'll show you guys. I think that they might have done from here to here, done a timing prototype. This makes the most sense. Done a timing that it was 0 delay and the animation was like very quick. So that when we drag, that goes all the way through. And then we get another design thing like this. Oops, where'd it go? With this opacity kind of jumps to 0, but then this kind of reemerges, like another version of it. And I'm gonna name it something else. I'm gonna name it Publish Glass. I'm gonna push this down. Right about here, I think that's about right. And I think just like before, this wasn't in, neither was this. And then it's another timing that goes from here to here. Do about like 0.4 delay, and all right, cool. In the chat, I think it's a single pull too. The publish text slide in the from the right. It's not a fade in. Maybe you said it's a snap. No, there's definitely something, because a single way of doing it will make it look funky. So I'm sure it gets pulled here. See, now it looks like a single. There we go. You guys see like how I did a whole bunch of like a workaround, but it looks like one smooth transition. Like that's the kind of thinking that we kind of have to do when we're doing animations. All right, so basically I got it. The one thing that we didn't animate are these bubbles here, the secondary bubbles here. So we pull it. As soon as I let go of my mouse or someone lets go of their finger, the second animation goes. It reduces the opacity of that first drag to 0, then pulls this next one up. So that's why I was like, oh my God, how would this be done? Because if I had pulled this all the way over to the end, it would get funky. And I can go back and do a couple of things like pull this off the edge a little bit. Oops. I can start pulling this off just a little bit. See what that does. That's interesting. Okay. All right, now we're gonna get these secondary these balls to animate. So what we need to look for now. All right, let's see. What is this? And by the way, guys, if you guys are at all interested in getting these files at the end of our live stream, like once we're done, we want to complete like a single one of these every Monday every Tuesday and Friday. If you guys are part of our Patreon, you guys get the Adobe XD files after we're done with these. So if you're really interested in messing around with these on your own, or maybe using some of this for your projects, think about it as a UI kit. If you go down in the description down below, there'll be a Patreon link. If you guys sign up, it's only $7 and you guys get access to the office hours. Anything that we create on the live stream, you guys get Adobe XD files for that. And you also, if you happen to miss the office hours every, is it bi-weekly? We have them twice a month. If you guys aren't available, guess what? You guys get recordings of those too. So that's what you guys get in the Patreon bundle. It's all explained when you get there, but I think it's, a lot of people ask, can they get the files from what it is that we work on? And the answer, of course, always is yes. But that's how you get them. All right, now I need to, I'm gonna space some of these things out. I need to figure out. So we go to connect, boom, this is what's dragging. So the next one is where the ball, okay. So basically what I was doing, this second group of balls haven't been animated yet. So what I need to do is I need to copy these, because this is where they will end up, right? But I have yet to animate where they start. And they're gonna be starting off way out here. So I'm just dragging them out, just like this. And by the way, guys, stuff like this usually doesn't take a long time. It's just your boy gets really excited when he's on live and really enjoys discussing with you, answering questions, things of that nature. So if you guys were to do this by yourself in nice quietness, listening to lo-fi or even just jazz, or Thanos, the jazz god, I can't remember the name, Laura. Theolonius. It would not take you this long. I think I'll try to recreate this effect. Will be a cool element to learn and incorporate into future designs. I agree with you. I think there's a lot to learn from how this particular piece was made. That's why I like this. Like I don't really care for this particular, anytime I do a design, I don't really care to do, this particular design because of this particular design. I'm like, this type of effect is very interesting. And I think that, by learning how to do something like this, applying it to other projects would be just that much more awesome. All right, so let me see here. I'm gonna turn this opacity to like 0. And now we should have the drag effect to be fine. So boom, I guess not. All right, let's check out why. Might be because of the names. So we have top circles here. And so there's 2 top circles. So we have top circles that are already over there. And then we have these other ones here that are somehow inside publish, which they should be. All right, so we have top circles, top circles. I'm gonna go in here. Where are these top circles at the top? All right, we're gonna get both of our top circles up top so we can kind of figure out which is where. All right, so over here, we're gonna do top circles, publish. And we're gonna do the same thing, top circles, publish. And we're gonna make sure that the top circles publish is on top, just so all the layers are okay. All right, now this should work. There we go. Very nice. Boom, boom, boom. Nicely done. Hassan says, woo, finally. Theolanius Monk. Yes. All right, so we have 2 down. Now, the next ones are not going to be hard at all because we already have the transition. So all we need to do now is duplicate. Let's see. I think all we need to do is duplicate these 3. I believe. It might be because we need a transition one. Alright, which one is the one with the double? Because we just need to do one more. I don't think we need to recreate anything. So we just need to take this, this. Alright, so we're just gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna duplicate all this. And this will be our transition. This will be publish. There's a couple things that I'm just gonna copy and paste here. Delete that, boom, here. This will be publish. Actually, I'm just gonna delete that. I'm gonna take this. Actually, I'm gonna take this entire thing here. Ah, it's so confusing. Hold on. Because what needs to happen is we need to go from here to pulling this again, right? Just popped up. So now we're gonna go here. Pull this up this way. Pull this out here. And then I'm gonna bring these in. I'm gonna pinch these. And something looks a little odd. It looks like this bubble is up top. The, what's it call it? And that really shouldn't be how it is. Yeah, so that kind of got messed up a little bit. But maybe, nah, that won't work. We'll just leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. Because things are already grouped, and that's gonna be funky. We totally could, and we can when we do have time. But all right, so we're getting ready to pull. I think there may be a static layer for the top circles. There is, yeah. So there's all these circles on top, which is blocking. And we don't want that at all. We want it to kind of be under, well, it's not necessarily that bad. We can always move it, but my thing right now is why I'm kind of like paranoid is I'm worried that if I start moving things, the layer names, which is why that new tool is really good, but I kind of have to figure out like how to use it, because if I don't know how to use it, I could be messing up my layers even more, which will mess up the entire prototype. Cormac, I am 27, my good friend. Let's see, so let's gonna pull these things in. Boom, boom. Just like that, holding shift. And then, all right, so when that happens, then we have to do that transition thing. So everything starts to come off to the left. Left. I'm gonna pull this a little bit more. Again, I'm gonna stagger them. 0 opacity and 0 opacity. And now I have to bring in the, remember these transition circles. And we'll do that in a bit. But after the transition, I'm gonna duplicate this. This is where we're gonna have the analyze. Analyze, we're gonna center that. And what we're gonna do here is we are gonna click into this. We're gonna make this our circle just by squeezing it. And we're gonna make this our longer version. I'm gonna turn this to 50% and 100%, just like that. Find the center if I can. There we go. Lower the music again. Is the music that loud? All right, there we go. I lowered it some more. Hopefully it's a-okay. I keep leaning like further and further from the mic. It's probably the reason why. All right, let me see. So we have this. Now we're gonna change the, that's why. So there's the publish. We have the publish circle. We're gonna name this analyze. I think, maybe. I don't know. See, this is the funky thing. Especially with this, like the guy who made this spent a lot of time, I think. Way more than I anticipated. Because I was like, oh yeah, you get the circles to move. That's cute. But there's actually a lot of layer management to it. Like it looks simple, but it's really not. Because after publish, you have to do the pool, then you have to do the transition of what happens to the pool, which is it goes away, and then you have this pop up. Boom. There's 2 of them. One with the circle, one without. And then this is when the analyze comes in. I'm just gonna pull these 2. I'm just gonna copy them, paste them. Same thing for here. What is this? Is this already in there? Oh, connect is in there. So I'm gonna just delete the connect. And I know there's one more. There has to be. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna paste this in here. I'm gonna stagger these. 0 opacity, 0 opacity. All right, now let's check this. Woo! Man, this is quite some work. So not tap. We're gonna do this on the timer, 0. Point 4 snap, good. This is gonna be our drag animation from here to here. Drag, snap. All right, so we're almost there. What is left to animate is those bubbles. Because we're here, we pull, and nothing. This went to publish. Why didn't it go to anything? Oh, because it's here, lol. All right, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go over to this. It needs to be timed. 0.4 duration. I think that's it. All right. Boom, connect. Pull, publish, analyze. All right, so there's 2 analyzes. That's the reason why it kind of did that. All right. Whew, this is a monster, guys. All right, let's check analyze and this. I don't think we need that. So analyze at the bottom, publish at the top. All right, again, stagger, because I messed something up. And I want to thank you guys for your patience on this. A lot of this I haven't really explained what I'm doing, because this is actually also, a lot of this prototyping is new to me. So really what I hope you guys get out of this session is seeing how I work through the challenges that I have when trying to accomplish something very new in Adobe XD. So I hope that is of least some value to you guys. Boom, publish. All right. What happened there? Publish, and then it stopped. All right, we got the timing. 0 snap, 0.4. Okay. And out here, I was like, oh, this will take 30 minutes. All right, there was a little stagger there I didn't really like. It might have been the, let's check this. So this is 0.4, 0.4 delay. Yeah, something's a little funky here. I don't think this needs to be in here. I think that might be the mistake. I think it's just here. And Ham says, thank you for everything. I'm glad that you're enjoying this. I'm kind of like low-key like, but I'm glad this is fruitful for me and for you guys too. All right, let's see. So this is on the time. All right, let's go back here. Let's figure this out. I pull, it goes, and does nothing. Oh, we didn't link this up. Okay, time, delay. All right. I thought I like connected that like 5 times. Publish, pull, analyze. All right, now to animate the color ball. All right, all we got to do from here is, I'm going to space these out a little bit. So when we start pulling, that's when the animating kind of needs to happen. so we're gonna take this, pull this out this way, and I'm just gonna do a whole bunch of just different arrangements. I'm gonna pull this out just a little bit. We don't need them that close, and I don't want the assets to like bleed into those. Why are the top circles over here? I'm so confused. Oh, see, they already did. Yeah, let me pull that up over here. Oh, all the different, like, balls over there. I'm so confused. All right, let's see. Publish, pull, analyze. Okay. So these top circles from the publish side of things, they need to go away. So that's when we'll pull these out. Okay. All right, I think I found myself a little bit. Should one of the transitions be drag instead of tap? I don't think I have a tap animation. The only tap animation I have is the one to kind of like check. Instead of having to open and close the animation, I use taps to kind of figure out where are, just to go back and forth in my animations to figure out what is wrong, what is right. Pull a couple of these over. All right, now, why is this ball here? What is that from? Oh, that's okay. Okay, all right. Yeah, all the balls are so close to like together from both artboards. Like this artboard has a set of like circles on this side that I keep thinking are from this artboard, and they're not. All right, that's why I was trying to spread them out, because I was getting confused. All right, so we have these. All right, so these are the publish top circles. I'm so confused. This is the publish ones. All right, those are the ones that are moving. What about these other ones? Those are the top circles. For these, I assume then. All right, move this out this way. Yeah, this is a little, it's a little special, guys. Let me turn off the publish ones here. Alright, this is gonna be the last screen I do, because this has gotten so complicated, man. Alright, I'm trying to move everything. Yo, what's going on, Legend? 14 seconds. What's going on? All right. So I think we're gonna leave things like that. Whew. All right, let's hope. Let us hope. Boom, boom. All right, but even before I do that, let's get through this. All right, we pull. That was a little weird. I didn't really like that. I think the timing might have been off. I think it is because the circles. Because I was getting confused on how to animate the circles. Yeah, because it just slides in. And that is not the case. Or how it should be coming in. It's not how it should be coming in. Alright, let's check this. Alright, so we have our published circles out to the left. Published circles are here, top circles. What are these? Top circles, publish. All right, we're just comparing here to make sure. Top circles, publish. Huh. Ah! Gotta think. So the top circles are the ones that we're animating in. This out this way, 0 opacity. And let me just start to maneuver some of these things. I think this will fix it. So we go here, we pull. It still did weird. What is that weird transition that it's doing? It's just sliding them over. Think, Brandon. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this analyze, we're gonna make it a tap so I can keep going back here so I can diagnose this. Why does it just slide in? And it looks like there's 2 sets of balls that cross and shouldn't. So we got top circles, publish, maybe it's this then. So top circles, but I need the... All right, let's take a look. So these top circles are here. They're on the left. They don't necessarily care about them because they're gone now. But when we transition, we have a new... These are still top. Oh no, those are published. So publish moves. These are top circles that need a new name. They need top circles analyzed. There we go. Analyze. All right, there we go. We're gonna copy that name. That's where our issue was. And now we're gonna come here, and these should be top circle analyze. There you go. I think really that's it. Because everything was named top circles, and what's it called was getting confused. There we go. Good call, Laura. Maybe it's sliding in because the layer name is different. You are correct. There still looks to be a little odd thing going on. And for some reason the balls are not moving on this slide, like on the pool. So this is publish. This is also publish. So on pool, these should be starting to move. See, Laura was on the ball, guys. And this is also, again, we learn from each other. Sometimes I get so caught up in the trying to explain and, you know, that I forget like the small details. All right, this goes off. This goes off. Off. Alright, so now we should be at a part where when we pull, everything moves. Alright, we're getting closer. Top circles. No, this is published. Top circles are off, but I don't really understand that. This should be... Did I turn top circles all the way off? I did. They need to be back over here. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna delete that. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna get the circle of what are these? The top circle analyze. We're gonna drop them over here. Hopefully that is okay. Where did it go? Don't want them to slide. All right, top circle. Boom. Top circle analyze. Top circle analyze. Why is it just sliding in though? Questions. All right, I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna delete this mess. We're gonna take it from where we want it to end. We're gonna paste them here so that they're on top. And we're just gonna move them away from where they shouldn't be, or where they're gonna start. The energy drainage of this live stream, I'm just like, oh God, I really gotta, yes, the first one he did make it in Adobe XD as well. So this is a nice little test for us here. Why is it still sliding over, man? All right, publish still needs to go over. This way. Stagger them. Zero opacity, zero opacity. Very, 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 very confusing. Top circles analyze. It shouldn't just be sliding in. maybe if I, not sure if that will do anything. I also wonder if it's complex, all right. We're working through the complexity. I'm trying to see, like, I'm gonna just copy this, paste. I'm gonna take it off that artboard really quick. I want to see something. We're gonna take that. We're gonna start pulling these in. We'll see what we can get with this. And I'm trying to think, okay. All right, let's see. So we're here. We begin to pull. The other circle should be coming in. I'm gonna delete. Do I want to delete this? Nah, we'll keep it there. It goes from here. These bits. Analyze in the body. These should be there, and then when we get here, no, delete. This will be our final piece, but we go here, duplicate. We're gonna take these down, 0 opacity. When we get here, these get centered. Cool. And then this will change. Wait, we're gonna change that right about here. So this will become a circle. This will become the long piece. Select this. We're gonna go to 5, 100%. Center that. I'm gonna take this and paste it. Replace it on all our other artboards. The individual layers should be the same in the top circles because we've copied and pasted it. Let's see. I don't think we need this. This will be where this arrives. Ugh, where are the... I'm just gonna take these. I just saw them. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be delicious. I'm now like, my goodness. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna paste these here. stagger these. Because at this point, this should disappear to 0. And then this is when we get this. And this is going to be called, not publish glass, analyze glass. Delete that. Go here, and now we can pull in this. All right, let's hope. My goodness. Okay. Let's just make sure all the prototyping is set up. Here, this is going to be a time. Boom, boom, boom. This will also be a time. Woo! All right, let's check it. Boom. Pull. Where did it go? Connect, pull. All right. Whew, man. Oh, boom. All right, we're gonna make sure that the analyze goes all the way back to our first bit, our first bit, so that we can, oh, this is the wrong one. This one. So that we can constantly just go through it and not have to keep clicking in and out. Oh, oops. All right, connect, pull, boom, pull. Why does it do that? We're gonna wide. Okay, analyze, boom, connect, pull. And there we go. Man. Thank goodness. And we could do one more if we wanted to. To get the, what's it call it? And there really is only 3 layers involved in the transition. So it goes blank, the name, or blank, the name, and then the whatchamacallit pops out. The little notch. So I want to see, I kind of just want to push it one more. I want to push it one more. I'm really curious to see if I just duplicate these. And I do, you know what? What we're gonna do instead, rather than doing it again, because the concept is clear. What we're gonna do in this last bit is we're gonna add a button. Go back to design, we're gonna hit R. Radius up. And we're gonna take the border off. We're just gonna have get started. We're gonna reduce the size of that. And we're also gonna try to find a proper, we're gonna go back here. Oops. And of course, if we spent all day on this, we could perfect it. We could, get the timing and all that good stuff. But I just kind of wanted to, all right, analyze, get started. Alright, so actually we don't have to have, instead of this popping up, so I'm gonna pull this back out. But what will happen is that this will arise from the bottom. So we'll go here, 0 opacity, copy it, paste it, and this will arrive right there. I think the color is a bit off. It's a bit strong. Publish. All right. It's a little bit lower and it's thin. I don't know if I like the thin one though. I think what we might just do is make it less of a strong color. We might, maybe it's better if it's thin. I don't know. What do you guys think? Thin or bold? I was for the thick game. I don't know. And we will add. Laura says thin. All right, let's roll out some. Let's get thin in there. How are y'all? All of y'all. We got thin. Some of y'all got bold. Let's see. I feel like the bold kind of goes more with it, but I don't. All right, so majority, we got Tozo and Sha saying bold, Laura saying thin. All right, Sarah says bold. All right, cool. So we'll go with bold. All right, so we're gonna go here. All right, and I'm gonna take one last look over here. And there is a skip up there that we can add. Trying to see if he has shadows on that button. And I like that the get started is actually a lot lower for, I guess, the user's thumb. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, now we're just gonna add the skip and then we can go home. No, JK, we still have feedback to give today for those who have submitted their work in the game changers. If you guys have, all right, it's lowercase. If you guys have any work that you would like to get feedback on, go to our Game Changers Discord, first link down in the description, and drop your work in the feedback section. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment. It's literally right here. You can go to share or get feedback and drop your links here. We're going to take a quick break after we finish this tutorial. And we'll be right back to give some feedback. So if you guys have any work you would like some feedback on, drop a link in here and I'll see you there. Actually, I think I can just very quickly, can I? Let's see. Not the member list. If I can, oh, here we go. So very quickly, I'm gonna drop that in the chat for you guys, just in case if you want to add that while we go on a quick coffee break. But let's see. All right, let's finish this up. We got skip. We can drop that to like 12. Put that in the corner here. I don't think it has to be like that. I'm gonna try to find like a dark-ish blue. I don't know, that looks really weird. Not a fan. Master Fly, I have no idea, my friend. I am not a advocate for that software. We do not use the F word here. Sethu, if you are interested in getting feedback, go ahead and drop that in our game changes. We'll take a look if you have that as well. Do you want to get feedback on that? I think we're going to just go with the all caps. And we're just going to pop it on. We're literally just going to copy paste it on every. Oops. There we go. There we go. And that is it, guys. This is what we got. Connect, publish, and analyze. And don't forget, you can get started. That get started came in a little too abruptly. Honestly, what we could do, prototype, go to like 0.8 seconds. We might even go to like 1 minute. Or 1 second. I don't know why I keep saying 1 minute. But there we go. Connect. Publish. Analyze. And get started. Alright, so that's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. For now, what we're going to be doing next is we are going to be doing our feedback sessions. So far this morning, really afternoon now. We have gone through our Game Changers Challenge. We had amazing contestants, Sarah, Fergie, and Kyle. We do these every week. Later today, we will have a new challenge for this week. So if you're interested in doing these to get free access to our Game Changers Patreon perks, the first place winners get a month free. So with that said, Fergie, Kyle, and Sarah are already in there. So that's because they're the best. No, JK. You know, they really put in the work. They put in the practice. They put in the blood, sweat, and tears, and it shows. So I'm excited to continuously see amazing work from them. We just finished our UX or UI UX tutorial, or really just trying to recreate the awesomeness that we saw from this amazing designer here on Instagram. Go ahead and check him out as well. Very good work. And when we get back with coffee, we will be doing our feedback session. If you guys haven't already and you're interested in getting feedback on your portfolio, your particular work, join our Discord. I dropped the link in the chat just a bit ago, but it's also down in the description. Drop your work and we'll go ahead and go through it if you so desire. So with that said, Groce back. We need to get on the road, my friend. We need to get some coffee. All right. All right, guys, I will be right back. Me and Grossbot, he ordered some coffee. So I am on the way to go pick it up, and I'll be back in just a few moments. All right, guys, see you in a bit. Going to get the coffee I love so much from Groce Bucks, not Starbucks. Don't you worry, I'll be right back.
Brandon Groce. And we are the game
Turn
changers.
the intro on again. My goodness.
He's so obsessed with the intro, guys. I'm so sorry. All right, we got our coffee. But I mean, that intro was kind of lit. We could have sat through that again. We could have. But we're not going to. No need. All right, we are back. We are going to go through our feedback session now. If you haven't added your links, do so now. All right. So what we're going to do is we have a few So Says Grossbot at the office. So very quickly, let's get back. Whew. All right, guys, I'll see you inside. Now, guys, don't get too... Wait, where'd I go? Grossbot, where am I? I'm a little... All right, just take me to my seat, please. It's always nice getting... You know, everybody's rusty after the holidays. You have me, you got Grossbot, you got everybody else. Mallory says, thanks, Brandon. Happy New Year. Well, Mallory, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I'll see you later. All right, guys, for those of you who want to stick around for the feedback, let's check them out. All right, my screen, let's go. So I think we got two things. Actually, we have quite a few. All right, let's see. All right, my man Aaron, as always, my dude. We talked a little bit about this, I think, last night. I love how you always showcase your work. I think it's nice, smooth, clean. One thing I did mention was how close, or not even how close, but the yellow of the, I know that's your brand color, but I don't know, that really stood out to me up top here compared with this. This is nice and clean up top. And then you have, you know, very strong CTAs with this. I was like, this is really strong up here. And this is, the navigation is really strong down here. But, you know, the content inside of really where our eyes are supposed to be going is, you know, that's the last thing to go. So that was my only comment there. And in addition to this, I love how you always do like these dribble shot-esque sort of things, but I would love to see just how like Sarah, you know, Fergie and Kyle and many other people, they create case studies from their work so that, you know, it kind of shows a little bit of the process and a little bit more of what kind of went into creating those things. I think that would be very beneficial for your work. And then we have these two awesome case studies. Let's see. I think there might be three, actually. We have Casa Co-Living case studies by Vanille. So let's take a look at this. I saw these last night. I really thought these are absolutely excellent. And this is what I mean by case studies. Like, what is it? Casa Co-Living, cool. Show us a little bit of that eye candy of what exactly you are going, what we're going to be looking at, what's the title, the role, the duration of this project, and maybe even a little bit about the target audience, goal of the project. And look how nicely this project is dressed up. It's not just like screens. It's like, hey, why this? Well, these couple things: affordability, quick lifestyle. And I don't even have to read the full sentence. It's just like, why? Affordability, quick lifestyle, quality lifestyle, flexibility, communal living, sharing, sharing economy. Hey, what's going on, Dimitar? How you doing, my friend? Glad to see you in the chat. It goes into his problem statement. And if I wanted to read it, I could do it, but I could, you know, problem statement, solution. These are like the main things I need to know as somebody who's looking to understand how somebody's thinking who I might want to hire.
Again, eye candy with every section. Very nice. And here's the thing. Honestly, the way that I'm kind of scrolling through this is how most people would scroll through any case study. That's why it's really important to have a good balance between eye candy and very in-depth information of what exactly you did. For those of you guys who are familiar with my live streams, I constantly go back to this one case study. And the reason why is it's so short, but it's so clean. And I understand everything from a high level of why this app is important, what features make it stand out or that are important to their customer. They even include like their timeline of what went on when they were making this project, why their particular app is more important or is important in general. They have some statistics about the food delivery market. It's like eye candy, eye candy, eye candy. People, regardless if you're a UI UX designer or if you have no idea of what the hell UI UX designing is, you're driven by your eyes. And so when somebody sees something like this, they could be like, oh, I like that. I want a similar outcome for me, my company, or my business. They're not going to necessarily look at all the detailed things like, if I can go back enough, if I can scroll, like stuff like this. They're like, well, I mean, it's nice for a team. It's good to know. Like if I'm a UX team and we're eventually going to be or possibly going to be colleagues, it's good to know your process. But nobody's gonna care if you're slinging poo at the wall to make like the coolest thing or the most functional or most user-friendly thing. If your process is slinging poo at the wall and your outcome is absolutely amazing, they are going to hire you to sling poo. So the process is nothing, really anything immaculate. It's what is the outcome? What is the result of you slinging poo or you making the effort to create all this stuff? But really what I think misses out, and I think this case study does a really good job. I do think it's a little bit long, but it does a great job of selling with eye candy and in-depth information. Sarah says, do you have any advice for web design case studies where you have multiple pages for desktop? Would you show the full design for each page or would you just show a few? That's a great question, Sarah. I would just show the most important pages. So like, let's say I do a whole website redesign and really the most important pages on that website are the ones that help customers. Let me use an example for Salesforce. When I was doing a project for Salesforce, there was the homepage redesign we had to redo the entire site. It was a lot. But the main business, what they were focused on in terms of conversion was they had 3 different types of customers. They had nonprofit, they had a higher education, and I think it was like K through 12. It was like 3 different, let me see. Let me pop it up right now. Yeah, nonprofit, education, and philanthropy. Okay, so what we needed to do is create this site that helped 3 specific different constituents or customer types be able to learn specifically about what Salesforce.org had to offer for their particular industry or their vertical. So we had to break out not only how from the homepage can these individuals learn and get into their own sort of vertical of information that's only contextual to them, and how can we create a navigation structure or information architecture that is very specific to each sort of category. So really, if I were recreating a case study for this, the important pieces of this are 1, the homepage, and then maybe the 3 pages related to nonprofit, education cloud, and philanthropy. because those are the main pages dedicated to conversion for the business, and those are basically the faces of those. So those are the 4 things that I would particularly use in a case study, because the homepage helps direct people into their own vertical depending on what type of client they are or customer. And then those particular pages, those landing pages for nonprofit, education, and philanthropy, I would use to showcase as the main converters of those clients as well. So I wouldn't show everything from the resources, the giving back, the about us. I mean, if they truly had some sort of level of business impact and were important to showcase, or they looked sexy, and you knew a way to like dress it up, sure. But I would not probably show the about us page on my case study. It's really not that hot. It's about them, which is cool and all. But you want to pick the most, you have to understand your audience too. Are they going to be really impressed by the flashiness? Are they going to be really impressed by the business impact you were able to create with X designs? If so, if they're worried about business impact, what pages will show business impact? If they're worried about flashiness and well-constructed UI, which pages best demonstrate that thing? So, and it also depends on how you want to showcase yourself. Do you want to showcase your showmanship or designer skill set, or do you want to showcase your business knowledge and understanding that you're there to help the business in terms of how much it's impacted by your design, whether that's increasing some metric, increasing the amount of click-throughs, traffic on a certain page, stuff like that. So it's a balance act predicated upon what are your goals as a designer, how are you trying to sell yourself, and to those who you're trying to sell yourself to, what are they looking for? Long answer, but I tried to pull out like all the variables for you guys to what to think about when you're creating a case study, who's looking at, who's going to be potentially looking at your case study, and what you might need to craft based on the people you want to be looking at your portfolio to hire you for a specific thing. Okay, hope that helps, Sarah. But that is a great question for our office hours too. We've had a little bit of that last week and the week before, and we had a whole discussion on that. So very, very nice work, Vanille. Very nice work. All right, let's go back. Feedback. I think this was the same one, Casa UX. Oh, wait, so this is a different one, but this is the UI case study. Interactions, home screen prototype. And this is also what I really like. He split the two up into, and this was a mistake on my part. I didn't see the UX case study, and I didn't see the UI case study specifically. So this is what I really recommend. This is kind of what I call party in the front, business in the back. Party in the front is the UI stuff. That's the pretty stuff that sells. The UX stuff, that's business in the back. That's what's helping, what has been created. How is that helping impact the business, the customers, the experience? Very nice. Yeah, so this is something that I would expect, yes, to see right up front. Because here's the thing, this is one thing that I explain. Think about how we're marketed to, right? Whether, we're on Instagram or whatever, we see a backpack that we really like, or we're watching TV and we see like a Birkin or a Prada bag, or we really see a really awesome mechanical keyboard online, or even a World of Warcraft ad, whatever. We're immediately captivated by the imagery or the marketing of that thing. We don't care about their business practices. We don't care about, well, we might, but that's not what hits us first. We're just in the experience of just eyes, right? We're like, we like that. Let's take a look into it. So we go from visual to now from an intellectual or emotional standpoint, let's take a look at or dive deeper into what it is that we're interested in. And depending on the person, there is a spectrum to that. Some people will just buy off the visual and they'll be like, oh my God, this is awesome, they buy it. Some people do a little bit more digging into the background of the business. Are they doing social good? You know, are they environmentally blah, blah, blah. And we'll do more digging, but we're sold on visuals first. Then we care about the process, right? That's why I talk about party in the front, business in the back. And that's why I think this is very smart how he has a UI version and a UX version. That way, selling with eye candy. And if he has a link, he does not. I would really recommend when you have bifurcated stuff like this with UI and UX, like definitely link them at the bottom, right? So if you have, hey, this is all of the UI stuff at the bottom. Hey, if you're interested in this project, here's a link to the UX portion of this. And I would have that open up this. This is really strong. It's a really strong case study, my friend. You have the party in the front and business in the back. That's how all things should be made. All right, let's see. I think that might be it. Let's see. All right, we're gonna take a little bit more diving into the UI portion because I just scrolled through that. But yeah, like I didn't need to. That also why I spent less time on the UI version is because I can quickly scroll through and be like, yes, 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 yes. I like all of it. Whereas the UX one, it takes a little bit more time. I'm like, okay, what am I looking at? What are the decisions that are made? So that is kind of what we had to keep into account. The people who are looking to hire us are low in time as it is. They're trying to speed through, trying to find really dope people to bring, and here's the juxtapose thing again for the light and dark version. So now this is another way that you guys could end up using this. But all of these like check my boxes in terms of, okay, good design, good design, good design. I like the results. Perfect. I think this could be a good candidate. And oh, he has a link to his UX side of this case study. Let me go and read a little bit more because now I'm intrigued. Sold on visuals, read a little bit more, good candidate, let's talk. That's kind of how that works. So I'd highly recommend, I'll put Vanille's Behance in the chat so you guys can check this out from a case study perspective. I just sent the UI, I'll also send the UX. But this is, always think about how can you sell somebody through a visual perspective because we're in a visual field. So let's take advantage of that. And from a UX perspective, or even just, graphic designers, other 3D designers, any type of designer, we have the ability to sell through visuals. Make it look sexy, make it look hot. There's a difference between something like this and case studies like this. Let me just type in UI real quick. I'll go to most recent. And it's better than just having stuff like this. Like, it looks cool, great, but I don't really have context. You know what I mean? So great design, but really what about it? So it's better to have some context with a case study of this kind, just for UI. So none of this, even though it is a really good project, always context, party in the front, business in the back. All right, I'm gonna check one last time for the feedbacks. If you guys are good, I think that might be it for the day. All right, guys. Dimitar says, I am fine. How about you? I swear I can't stop eating. How is the cookies? The cookies were not that good, man. However, I'm really hungry. And I might get Chick-fil-A. We'll see. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a blast. And I hope you guys have had a blast as well. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out, being a part of Adobe Live, taking care of me while I was doing this tutorial, and just, being patient. So if you guys want more of this, or you guys want to join us this Friday, same time, 9 a.m. EST, don't forget to hit that like button first. Don't leave me hanging. Just don't make me cry after this. And also, don't forget to subscribe so you guys get a notification when we go live every week, Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. EST. And we have a lot more to bring you guys. We are, like I said, we're starting up their podcast again with the product partner of Google. It's called Design Huddle. We already have quite a few episodes out if you guys are interested. We have about like 75,000 downloads as it is. We have quite an audience there already. I think each podcast has like 1,000 listens. And we didn't even, we just like started. I think we have less than like 30 episodes, but we have some nice hitters and good interviews there. So if you guys are interested in anything, or you want to continue conversation even with us even before Friday, don't forget to go in the description, click on our Discord link, and join us there. But other than that, Groce Bot, it's time to roll out. Bring around the car, my friend. All right, guys. It's been awesome. I see some of you guys have hit the subscribe button, and I just wanna, do a quick thank you, guys. From Nell, we have Skywat, appreciate it. We have Uzma, so many. We have Shah Art, the artist, Abaddon, Duhalame. Man, guys, first off, I need patience. I love all you guys. I appreciate you guys' patience, and I love what we all do as creatives. And I want to get to know you, so if I mispronounce your name, it will take time. I know what it feels like with the last name Groce, as in nasty, growing up. Every time you walk into the room, ew, it's the Groce boy. So it will take time. But names are important, and I will learn your guys' names. Because I want to respect you guys like you give me respect. So, all right, guys. Vanessa, Yazin, Sarah, Surtak, TK, Joe, Adham, Nguyen, Daniel. Oh, Sticky's lives too. Okay. Yeah, I want to thank all you guys. So, all right. And we also have our standard peeps who are game changers forever. Thank you so much, Golden Rose, Anthony, Sarah, Laura, Fergie, Tozo, Mallory, and so many more. There's a lot. We had Kyle. There's so many. Adham, Laura. All right. I want to thank you guys. I'm headed out. My voice is hoarse from that first day of live streaming again. We're gonna get strong again. But I want to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the Friday. Peace out. Talk to you soon. Whew! That coffee.
All right, hit it.
Your skills through hard work, and more importantly, surround yourself with a team of individuals who are striving towards greatness with you. And yet you sit there and you ask yourself internally, Brandon, does a place like this exist? And my answer to you would be, of course, motherfucker, that's exactly what we are doing in our Discord. We are the Game Changer. We are a group of designers, artists, creatives that want to take our skill sets, talent, and dreams to the next level. We come together to give feedback on each other's work, give resources, and laugh, a lot of it, and help push each other to be our best selves. If you're interested in becoming the next best you, and quite possibly yourself while chatting with many friends, join your new design family today. See you there.